Yeah. They talk, we testify. They scroll, we sanctify. They bait for clicks, I build for freedom. They pander to crowds, I speak to the kingdom. This ain't gossip, this gospel. Ain't a brand, it's a mantle. This ain't performance, it's posture. Anointing over algorithm, I'm not like them imposters. I don't do fake deep, I break yokes. I don't chase viral, I chase hope. I ain't got trends, I got truth. I ain't running from culture, I bring the proof. Wide open, we build different. Cut from cloth, they don't even stitch with. Say it raw, say it real, say it righteous. Say the name Yeshua like we not lifeless. Yeah.
Wide open, we don't do safe. We don't bow down, we don't placate. We lay hands and we lay lines. This ain't rap, this redemption in rhyme.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
I passed to you, right, Tim?
Yeah.
It's on him now.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I said, ladies and gentlemen. I said, ladies and gentlemen. I said, ladies and gentlemen. Wake up, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Put the fake 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 up. Good morning. 9:02 a.m. Central Standard Time. It is 10:02 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wake up, West Coast.
Hey,
it's 7:02. Levántate. It is 7:02 Western. I was about to say Western Standard Time.
Western Standard.
Pacific Standard Time. You are now locked in for the next 3 hours with the Wide Open crew. We love you guys so much. We hope you had a great day yesterday between 12 and 9. Well, Central Standard Time.
Amen.
But however the last, 21 hours for you has been, yeah, you made it, okay? Amen. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. Just shout it out real quick, okay? It's Thursday. We're glad you made it. But now let me tell you this. Friday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, we are going to be at Casa del Vegano.
Let's go.
I'm super excited. It's a live show. We just be speaking stuff into existence. We were like, we're going to do a live show. Boom. And it came so fast.
Thank you, Lord.
I feel
I'm excited to have lunch there.
You're excited to have lunch there?
It's going to be a blessing.
You haven't been there yet, have you?
I have not had this food yet.
Oh, my
It's delicious.
gosh,
And Tim,
bro.
I am triple blessed because it's on Jefferson Street. It's a real Latino culture. And my parents, I was raised in a home that's still there that my parents live in. 4 minutes from that location.
4 minutes?
It's truly...
That's really like your barrio.
It makes me so happy that, wow, first live show of the year. We're in the cliffside. God is good, baby.
Hey.
Dude, that's dope, bro.
Yeah, shout out.
Come on, man. I like it. I like it coming back down to your roots. Heck,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And then when y'all get there, y'all got to check in. No, I'm just like...
I ain't checking it, man.
Listen, don't just pull up. You got to check in. Yeah.
So we're going to Inglewood next. Got it.
Hey, I already know there's some bomb vegan spots in Inglewood.
Yeah.
It would just take some coordination.
Yep.
That's an early show though.
It's all good, and then we can go to San Diego. I know some vegan spots.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's just go on a little tour of our hoods.
We'll go down the 5. It'll be real quick.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm with it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's 9:04
Wiggle.
Central Standard Time. I hope you guys have been doing good. What's going on right now? Like, what's going on in the
A
earth?
lot of depression, a
Holy
lot of things
smoke.
falling apart, my brother.
What?
Smoke.
Lots of depression and lots of things falling apart.
Everything's sad out there, brother. What you want to hit today?
Oh
It's
man,
sad,
I don't want to.
It's pretty sad.
I know. Yeah, Dios mío.
What about this one? This is a little more neutral / triggering.
Neutral / triggering. One of the world's most sacred places being turned into a luxury mega resort.
Uh-oh.
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 Okay. For years, visitors would venture up Mount Sinai.
Oh my God.
Yes, dude.
What?
Yeah, dude.
This is in Israel?
This is the place where Moses got the burning bush,
Wait.
right?
I thought Mount Sinai was in Egypt.
No.
Is it Mount? Okay.
Because look right here, it says now one of Egypt's most sacred places.
Oh, okay, my bad. I did. You know what? I just completely referred to it or had it in.
It is, confirmed in the Peninsula of Egypt.
Okay, in the Peninsula of Egypt. Okay.
Confirmed.
Wow.
Wowzers.
For years, visitors would venture up Mount Sinai with the Bedouin or Bedouin guide to watch the sunrise over the pristine rocky landscape or go on other Bedouin-led hikes. Must be a guide of some kind. Now, one of Egypt's most sacred places, revered by Jews, Christians, and Muslims, is at the heart of an unholy row over plans to turn it into a new tourism mega project. Known locally as Jabal Musa, Mount Sinai is where, you know what? We've been saying Sinai for years, but it's actually pronounced Sinai. Mount Sinai is, I said it for decades that way, but it's Sinai. Sinai is where Moses is said to have been given the 10 Commandments. Many also believe that this is the place where, according to the Bible and the Quran, God spoke to the prophet from the burning bush. The 6th century St. Catherine's Monastery, run by the Greek Orthodox Church, is also there, and seemingly its monks will stay on now that Egyptian authorities, under Greek pressure, have denied wanting to close it. However, there is still deep concern about how the long isolated desert location, an UNESCO World Heritage Site compromising the monastery, town, and mountain, is being transformed. Luxury hotels, villas, and shopping bazaars are under construction there. Wow, dude. I my brain can't even imagine this.
Look at the photos. Wow.
Oh, they about to.
I want to move in. That's nice.
I don't know. It is also home to a traditional Bedouin community, the Jebeliya tribe. Already the tribe, known as the Guardians of the Catherine, have had their homes and tourist echo camps demolished with little or no compensation. They have even been forced to take bodies out of their graves in the local cemetery to make way for a new car park. Okay. What is happening here? The project may have been presented as desperately needed sustainable development, which will boost tourism, but it has also been imposed on the Bedouin against their will, says Ben Hoffler, a British travel writer who has worked closely with Sinai tribes. This is not development as the Jebeliya see it or ask for it, but how it looks when imposed top down to serve the interests of outsiders over those of the local community. A new urban... Okay, can I just stop and say, this gives new meaning to gentrification. I mean, this is... What are we talking about right now? A new urban world is being built around a Bedouin tribe of nomadic heritage. It's a world they have always chosen to remain detached from, to whose construction they did not consent, and one that will change their place in their homeland forever. Locals, who number about 4,000, are unwilling to speak directly about the changes. Oh, dude, this is... Where did you find this story? Did it just come to you? Because I am like... I'm really shocked by this.
I was scouring the net last night.
Bro, look at the image. For all of my audio files, you can't see this image, but like they have turned this valley part of Mount Sinai. I mean, now listen. Let's talk about vision real quick. The visionaries and those that are in construction and civil engineering, to be able to make such beauty in deserts. I mean, just take Arizona as a example. You're talking about you're talking about taking something, taking some place that most would find inhabitable and turning it into an oasis. I mean, Dubai has done the same thing.
Palm Island is what comes to mind.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but this, man, my brain is, I wasn't prepared to, what? All right. So far, Greece is the foreign power which has been most vocal about the Egyptian plans because of its connection to the monastery. Tensions between Athens and Cairo flared up after an Egyptian court ruled in May that St. Catherine's, the world's oldest continuously used Christian monastery, lies on state land. After a decades-long dispute, judges said that the monastery was only entitled to use the land it sits on and the archaeological religious sites which dot its surroundings. Archbishop Hieronymus II of Athens, head of the Church of Greece, was quick to denounce the ruling. Can you scroll down, please? Thanks. The monastery's property is being seized and expropriated. This spiritual beacon of orthodoxy and Hellenism is now facing an existential threat, he said in the statement. In a rare interview, St. Catherine's longtime Archbishop Damianos, told a Greek, can you scroll down? Thank you. Told a Greek newspaper the decision was a grave blow for us and a disgrace. His handling of the affair led to bitter divisions between the monks and his recent decision to step down. The Greek Orthodox Patriarchate, I never heard that word, of Jerusalem pointed out that the holy site over which it has ecclesiastical jurisdiction has been granted a letter of protection by the Prophet Muhammad himself. It said that the Byzantine monastery, which unusually also houses a small mosque built in the Fatimid era, was an enshrinement of peace between Christians and Muslims and a refuge of hope for a world mired by conflict. While the controversial court ruling remains in place, a flurry of diplomacy ultimately culminated in a joint declaration between Greece and Egypt ensuring the protection of St. Catherine's Greek Orthodoxy identity and cultural heritage. All right. It continues to go on, but man, wow. My brain is, the thought that could be a tourist attraction with hotels and swimming pools and, hey, where'd you vacation this week? Oh, I was in Sinai. Well, they're gonna say Sinai. I was in Mount Sinai. What? Oh my goodness, you went like on a, oh no, we vacation there. What? It sounds weird. But that is the way of the world, isn't it?
Tourism
And where we can make $1. I think what I don't like about it is a place as sacred as that, as ancient as that we wouldn't bend our comfort so that we can enjoy its beauty. I think that's the part that ultimately is what I lament about and I haven't been there, but I just, there's some places we should abandon our comforts for, you know what I mean, to enjoy the beauty or the sacredness of this particular location. I don't need to be this comfortable to enjoy Sinai. Like, I don't think I need to be on the 11th floor to be like, wow, this is the place where God spoke to Moses and where a covenant was made with God's people. Like that's I don't like it. Poll, who would go there? I want to know.
The chat is going crazy.
Is the chat going crazy?
Yeah, there's some people are saying that it should be a natural historical site, like a World Heritage Site.
And should.
Couldn't they just put the hotels and stuff right outside of it and just leave the leave what was original there? Doesn't that just make more sense?
Yeah, but I mean, I think the fact that look, I can't read this article in good conscience and then go visit this place, pull up in the car park, knowing that
They exhume bodies.
this was a grave site
That's crazy.
Gosh. Oh my gosh, that is crazy.
where the car park used to be.
We need those parking spaces, man.
That's crazy, bro. And we're gonna need this. I know you have 10 generations buried here, but we're gonna need this.
This is the C section of the parking lot. We
Yeah.
need C23 and
Yeah,
C24.
absolutely. We're gonna need that with the fancy little sensor that lights green and red to let you know that the park is actually available and you don't have to keep driving around circles. So yeah, boo this, right? Chat's going crazy. They for or against?
Yeah, I have a poll up right now.
I want to know. I want to know, would you go to Sinai? I want to know. I want to know.
Spiritual Disney.
Because this seems terrible. Let's see. What the people them saying? Would you go to Mom saying spiritual Disneyland is crazy? 89% are like, yeah, nah, I'm good, fam. Oh, my bad. I'm not going. I can't do that.
You won't be there, Tim?
I can't go. Not in good conscience.
But would you go if everything that was original stayed there and they just made that resort 20 miles away? Not on sacred ground.
20 miles away. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's the fact of, again, it's not about development. It's about placement for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Now, we're dealing with a situation just in our neighborhood, right? Where they're going to expand the street that you have to turn on to get here. It's going to go from a 2-lane to a 4-lane. That's going to take some of our property. There's no way to expand it to 4 lanes without it eating into our property. So because of the way our house is situated, our house is going to be okay. But the amount of land it's going to take to widen it and to make sure there's a curb and an egress and all that kind of stuff, bro, it's going to take most of the grass in between the concrete in our driveway and that fence.
What?
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
They're just rezoning it?
They have to it's eminent domain so that they can widen the street. Now, they have to break us off for that.
Yeah.
When we read in this article that there's little to no compensation that they've received as these people have developed, but you're talking about a major corporation is not they never care, right? But the money and the numbers are on their side. We're talking about 4,000 people, right? Of ancient descent that are in this land. We're not talking about 4 million, right? So they don't really have the incentive to compensate like they should, as they should, which is a character issue, right? That's an integrity issue. But yeah, it's gonna. I know how this feels. Just living in my neighborhood, and it will probably mean we have to redo our driveway and our landscape to make it all work, because it's not going to be, it's going to be, it's funky. It's going to be funky the way it has to go. So we'll have to redo our whole driveway as a result, which is stupid.
Are they paying for it?
I'm
But if it's your property, the city can overrule that and just be like, yeah, by the way, we're putting a sidewalk here. Like, you can't do anything against that.
no, not when they deem something eminent domain. You could put up a fight, you could delay it, but ultimately it's going to happen because there's so much construction and new homes going out here that to keep it a 2-lane, one way each way is not feasible.
Yeah, it's really busy.
Yeah, it's busy out here, and it's only going to get busier. And that's when you start putting your house up and bouncing. and I have no qualms dipping. They know. Tesla under investigation after parents say faulty door handles trap their kids in the back. What? Federal auto safety regulators opened an investigation Tuesday into possible defects in Tesla doors that have reportedly left parents with children trapped in the back seat and forced to break windows to get them out. I'm sorry, my brain. I see everything, so I'm trying to picture this. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said the preliminary probe is focused on 2021 Tesla Model Ys after receiving 9 reports of the electric door handles not working, possibly due to low battery voltage. The company, run by billionaire Elon Musk, has installed manual door releases inside the vehicles, but NHTSA noted that a child may not be able to reach or know how to operate the releases. In 4 cases, the parents had to break the windows to get inside. Okay, but here's my problem with what I'm reading, and maybe I need to keep reading. Hold on. The investigation into Tesla's most popular model comes after numerous reported incidents in recent years of other problems with opening Tesla doors, sometimes trapping drivers and burning vehicles after accidents and a loss of power. In April, a college basketball recruit said he was fighting time, quote unquote, trying to get out of the Tesla Cybertruck that had caught fire after he had crashed into a tree and was unable to get the doors open. The University of Southern California player, Elijah Arenas, who was induced into a temporary coma after the accident, said he stayed alive by dousing himself with a water bottle as smoke filled the vehicle. Wow. Wow. Last year, relatives of a driver of a Tesla Model 3 who was trapped in his car and burned beyond recognition sued Musk company for negligence and fraud for failing to fix what they called a design flaw in the doors, despite what they said were 200 fires involving its cars. The case is pending in Los Angeles Superior Court. NHTSA said that the investigation is only focusing on the operability of the electronic door locks from outside of the vehicle, not inside, as that's the only instance in which there is no mutual way to open the door. But it also said it will continue to monitor reports of people stuck on the inside, what it calls entrapment. That's funny. And will take further action as needed. The current agency investigation covers approximately 174,300 of the mid-sized SUVs. The agency said that the incidents appear to occur when the electronic door locks receive insufficient voltage from the vehicle. It said that the available repair invoices indicate that batteries were replaced after such incidents took place. Of those who reported incidents, none saw a low voltage battery warning before the exterior door handles became inoperative. NHTSA said that its preliminary evaluation will look at the scope of the severity of the condition, including the risks that come from the conditions that have been reported to them. The agency's investigation will also assess the approach used by Tesla to supply power to the door locks and the reliability of the applicable power supplies. Tesla is also under investigation by NHTSA for a summon technology that allows drivers to tell their cars to drive to the location to pick them up, a feature that has been reportedly led to some fender benders in parking lots. A probe into driver assistant features in 2.4 million Teslas was opened last year after several crashes in fog and other low visibility conditions, including one in which a pedestrian was killed. What? Another investigation was launched by NHTSA in August, looking into why Tesla apparently has not been reporting crashes promptly to the agency as required by its rules. Musk is under pressure to show that the latest advances in its driver-assisted features have not only fixed such reported glitches, but have made them so good drivers don't even need to look out the window anymore. He recently promised to put hundreds of thousands of such self-driving Tesla cars and Tesla robotaxis on roads by the end of next year. That effort has become more urgent as a plunge in Tesla sales that began earlier this year shows little sign of abating. Musk has angered the traditional environmentally conscious Tesla customer base by supporting U.S. President Donald Trump. And where did it go? Okay, U.S. President Donald Trump and far-right politicians in Europe and their policies. On Saturday, he told reporters at an anti-immigration rally in London that violence is coming to you and you either fight back or you die. What? Tesla stock rose more than 2% to $419.25 in afternoon trading Tuesday, following a jump the day before on news Musk had bought $1 billion worth of shares. Okay, well, my Tessie hasn't had those problems. Okay, so here's I think my and obviously I'm not dismissing this because if you got to break a window to get your kid out. So my thought in my mind, if you got to break the window to get your kid out, you can't get in. That's what was unclear to me. So are the kids trapped in the back seat and the parents are trapped outside? And then there's no two-door Teslas. There's a little Roadster, but that's not in mass production. So the kids can climb into the front seat and get out.
It sounds like the parents didn't know how to unlock the door.
Or you couldn't get in the front door and then reach in the back seat. That's my brain. I see everything my brain be trying to.
Because even the Model 3s have 4 doors.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Isn't there an emergency latch?
Yep. I don't know. Oh, I'm so glad you brought it up. And then there was one. Disney ABC yanks Jimmy Kimmel Live off air after remarks about Kirk. Now, before I even read into this, listen, y'all. I never thought I'd be in a day and time where the top 3 late night shows on traditional network outlets have been phased out to now we're only about to have one. Stephen Colbert has a show that is set to expire next year. This was the #1 late night show that CBS decided to pull. And that was because of statements he made about Trump. Now, Jimmy Kimmel's show has been suspended indefinitely. He's on ABC. The joke I made in one of my threads last night with my homies was Jimmy Fallon is just going to tap dance and mime tonight. He's not going to have an opening monologue because homie is the last man standing. He might get fired for not saying nothing. NBC might be like, Jimmy Fallon has been fired for not saying nothing. Okay. Here we go. All right. Walt Disney owned ABC said on Wednesday it was pulling Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air after comments by the late night show's host about the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk prompted a threat by the head of the top U.S. communications regulator against Disney. President Donald Trump, who has repeatedly pressured broadcasters to stop airing content he has found objectionable. He alone has found objectionable. Celebrated the news in a social media post. A number of Democratic lawmakers assailed the decision, saying free speech was under attack. The suspension of Kimmel's show marked the latest action taken against media figures, academic workers, teachers, and corporate employees over their remarks about Kirk following his assassination. Republican leaders and conservative commentators have warned Americans to mourn Kirk respectfully or suffer consequences. It's crazy. And some people have been fired or suspended after discussing the killing online. Kimmel, who has frequently targeted Trump on his late-night comedy show, drew fire for remarks he made about the killing in his monologue on Monday. If y'all haven't seen it, y'all have to go watch it. We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it. Kirk, a 31-year-old activist and Trump world celebrity known for his right-wing views and pugnacious debating style, was shot in the neck while speaking at a Utah university a week ago. A 22-year-old suspect has been charged with his murder, and his precise motive remains unclear. Kimmel's comments led to a response from Federal Communications Commission Chair Brendan Carr, who urged local broadcasters to stop airing Jimmy Kimmel Live on ABC. Carr suggested the commission could open an investigation that broadcasters could potentially be fined or lose their licenses if there was a pattern of distorted comment. It's so vague. This is a very, very serious issue right now for Disney. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. This is the wild, wild west right now. Carr said in a podcast interview with conservative commentator Benny Johnson that aired Wednesday. Disney needs to see some changes here, but the individual licensed stations that are taking their content, it's time for them to step up and say this, garbage to the extent that that's what's come down the pipe in the future isn't something we think serves the needs of our local communities. After Carr, Nexstar Media Group said it would stop airing the show on its 32 ABC affiliates, citing Kimmel's comments. Nexstar, which needs FCC approval for its $6.2 billion deal to acquire smaller rival Tegna, drew praise from Carr, who thanked Nexstar for doing the right thing. This is all business. What are we talking about? This is just business. Shortly after Nexstar announced its decision, ABC, which holds FCC-approved licenses for the local broadcast affiliates that it owns, also said Kimmel would be pulled from the air. Jimmy Kimmel Live will be preempted indefinitely, said an ABC spokesperson without elaborating. Sinclair, the nation's largest ABC affiliate group, then said it would not air Kimmel's show, even if ABC decides to bring it back, unless appropriate steps, quote unquote, were taken. Sinclair called on Kimmel to apologize and said it would air a tribute to Kirk in Kimmel's time slot on Friday. Oh my God.
Wow.
Kimmel, who was seen on Wednesday leaving the El Capitan Theater where his show is taped, did not respond to a request for a comment. Trump cheers, Democrats criticize. As broadcasters took action, Trump applauded the news in a post on Truth Social, while also calling on Comcast-owned NBC to fire Jimmy Fallon. Oh my goodness. I didn't know this. Oh my goodness. Okay. He also called on NBC to fire Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers, the hosts of late night comedy shows on the network, who often make jokes at Trump's expense. Congratulations to ABC for finally having the courage to do what had to be done. Democrats in turn criticized the removal of Kimmel from the air, said Senator Ed Markey, calling it censorship in action. FCC Commissioner Ana Gomez, the FCC's only Democratic member, said U.S. free speech laws should prevent the FCC from telling broadcasters what they can air. This administration is increasingly using the weight of government power to suppress lawful expression. Trump has repeatedly sued, berated, and threatened media companies whose coverage he disputes with legal or other action. Trump this week filed a $15 billion defamation lawsuit against the New York Times and book publisher Penguin Random House, accusing them of treating him unfairly. CBS Paramount paid $16 million in July to resolve a civil suit over what Trump alleged was the network's deceptive editing of a interview with presidential candidate Kamala Harris. ABC in December paid $15 million to settle a defamation lawsuit filed by Trump over anchor George Stephanopoulos' online description of the president's conduct in the E. Jean Carroll case. Following Kirk's killing, political analyst Matthew Dowd was fired from MSNBC after he described the activist as a divisive figure who spread hate speech and added hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful actions. MSNBC President Rebecca Cutler issued a statement apologizing for Dowd's comments, which she said were inappropriate, insensitive, and unacceptable. Washington Post columnist Karen Attiah said on Monday she was fired by the newspaper over a series of social media posts she made following the killing of Kirk, including one in which she noted Kirk's past comments on black women. The Post has said it does not comment on personal matters, and the newspaper's union condemned the firing. Child, what a time to be alive. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Any statements you make right now in the public square could cost you your job if you work for somebody. That's the key word right there. You got to actually work for somebody. My God, out of Zion today. Yo, this is about to be. Let's set our watch. What's our over under? It's 9:37 a.m. on September the 18th of the year of our Lord 2025. What is our over under? How many people think Jimmy makes it to December 31st, 2025?
Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah. How many people think Jimmy Fallon makes it to December 31st, 2025? Poll. I want to poll. What is the over under? He makes it to December 31st, 2025? Or they find something. What can this man say? What can he not say? Now, Jimmy, historically, Jimmy's been Fallon. I'm talking about Fallon. Let me call him by his last name since there's two Jimmys. I don't want anybody to get me confused between Kimmel and Fallon. Fallon has been Switzerland. He's been the Switzerland of late night hosts, right? If I don't know what countries, I can't go that far with the analogy, right? It's too early. But Fallon has been the Switzerland of late night hosts. Does he say anything controversial? He's usually affable in the middle, does his little laugh, right? He's been that guy. He's never been polarizing that I know of. He's never said anything that he just kind of skates around. You know what I'm saying? He's light. He's the guy you want to hug. He wants to play a game with you. He's not trying to pick a fight with you, right? Fallon looks like the kid that got beat up by everybody, right? Growing up. All because like, hey, bro, I love you and I'm not trying to fight you. He's the one that takes a punch to the face and he's like, bro, why'd you hit me, man? I just want to hug, right? Like, let me buy you lunch, right? You want me to do your homework? Like, he's the one offering that. Like, he's not trying to do nothing with nobody like that. He could lose his job for saying nothing. They might pull something he said 7 years ago. They might pull something a guest said and he laughed at. Over under, does Fallon make it to 2026 or no? He's the last one standing right now.
Well, knowing how petty the internet is too, they'll just keep bringing up like the blackface that he did many moons ago.
Oh wow!
So they'll pull something like that.
Increíble. Ooh, my God! Out of Zion today.
Is his program is on which platform?
He's on NBC.
And is NBC pretty vocal about like which way they swing, or?
I think NBC's to the left. Everything they own with the affiliates to the left.
Oh,
see how I did that?
That was good.
I thought it was great. I thought it was great.
Beautiful.
And the fact that it was a freestyle. I've never said that in my whole life.
I don't know. He might be locked in. He really does stay in the middle. He does not go into conversody.
He doesn't.
Kimmel's toast.
Kimmel's a comedian. Colbert is a comedian. This is the thing that now the other thing I put in my thread, which is private, so I won't tell you who I was sending it to.
Okay.
But I said the only person right now who can't get canceled is Dave Chappelle.
he stepped away. He canceled himself.
No, I'm just saying, like, as a comedian,
Oh, got it.
right? As a comedian, he's the only one that can't be canceled right now. So his next special, he's peeping game on all of this.
Yeah.
And whenever he comes out with his next special, I'll be the first to watch it because he has the discernment and the prophetic insight to speak on this in a way that many of us need to hear it. All right, so yeah, this is and then Seth Meyers, what does Seth be saying? This is we can't crack jokes. Now here's the thing. Context is so important. Did you see this? The little snippet that got him canceled?
I haven't seen it. We don't watch it?
Yeah.
All right.
If you watch it, you're literally squinting your eyes like, what is y'all talking about?
Like Fallon comes from SNL, sketch comedy, which all it is about political. That's why I said, well, he's a comedian. It's because he comes from that like vein,
He comes from that, bro.
the dear letters and the stuff with like JT and all the stuff. Like he's like goofy and he's like, you know.
Was it this one?
Yes, it's that one right there. We don't have to watch the whole thing. There's actually, you know what? Let me text you what was sent to me. Because it just gets right down to the skinny of, let me see, where is it? Where's that thread? Hey, thread. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. Kimmel. All right, I'm sending this to you now. Hey, this iPhone 26 update or whatever that was, it's got the whole screen just looks like it belongs in an anime film.
I didn't do it.
You said you didn't. Oh, you didn't do it?
I didn't update that thing.
I updated it. I mean, I'm used to it now, but it's still, it just, as my kids say, it's squishy. Yeah, it's good. Okay, did you
desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. Demolition. Construction.
That's funny.
That's very
How an
funny.
adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish, okay? And it didn't just happen once.
When I heard it, I was in the midst of, building a great, for 150 years, they've wanted a ballroom at the White House, right? They don't have a ballroom. They have to use tents on the lawn for President Xi when he comes over. If it rains, it's a wipeout. And so I was with the architects that would design. It's going to be incredible. And they came in, they said, Charlie Kirk is dead. I didn't know what they meant. I said, he was dead. Charlie Kirk was shot. And they thought he was dead because it was so horrific, And I said, dead.
And then we installed the most beautiful chandelier. Sconces you wouldn't believe. There's something wrong with them. There really is. I mean, who thinks new lows over the week?
Okay. He wasn't mocking Charlie's death. he was pointing to how detached President Trump seemed to be when asked directly about Charlie's death.
Yeah.
And that's what he got fired for. Ooh, we sensitive out here.
Well, ABC is under Disney.
Yes.
That just seems odd to me because I don't think Kimmel's woke, but I know he does lean left, and I know Disney is kind of categorized as like woke now, and they're kind of way more on that side of the spectrum rather than being like super hardcore conservative. So I'm kind of confused. I'm like, oh, that's a weird move. It would make sense if they were like more right wing, but it's a little confusing to me.
But the FCC is the gatekeeper.
Got you. Okay.
And if you don't appease those letters, right? ABC is not more powerful than FCC.
Right.
And like, this is the we are in a climate right now where and this is happening in the secular spaces and in the sacred spaces, in our faith circles, of which we are believers, right? You cannot have, forget an opposing view. You can't even have a different view. This is the world we live in right now. Forget a vehemently opposed view to whatever perspective or view you may hold. If you differ from me, I'm canceling you.
Yeah.
If you differ from, we have pastors right now literally posting messages that said, if you didn't say anything about Charlie Kirk this weekend in your church, talking to other pastors, you should step down as a pastor. And your church should be taken away from you. What if I wanted to just preach the gospel? What if I just wanted to preach the gospel? Because I could have sworn that Yeshua said that if he be lifted up, he would draw them unto him. So, yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out. Just trying to figure it out. So, yeah.
You see the poll results?
Oh, let me see those polls. What's the under over on Jimmy?
25% he won't make it till December. 43% says he barely makes it to Christmas. And 32% says he'll be here for another decade.
Hey, we gonna see. We are going to see. Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, I just feel like we live in a vacuum of noise distortion. And if you're in the matrix, you can't help but to be hooked in to a view, a groupthink, a consensus by which you don't have the ability to pull out and be objective. We haven't had a funeral for this man yet, and he's already been eulogized positively, negatively, indifferently. We got people holding vigils to celebrate this man's life. And we also have people laughing and mocking his death. There's a lot of people that are that want everybody that's mocking his death to be fired or find them, out them. Where do they work? What's their real name? Get their IP address. They need to be taken out of here. And just being who I am, I just decided to pull up a picture of 3 black men hanging from a tree with 50 white men looking in a camera, smiling and posing. Did anybody look for them? And oh, by the way, that picture is less than 100 years old. Was anybody looking for them? Like, so if you're stuck in the matrix, right, and the algorithm just keeps feeding you whatever your particular strand of rhetoric may be, then you wake up every morning and your daily doom scroll just has you triggered by stuff that doesn't make you think straight, because you can't hold the tension of what is going on in the world against what scripture says in this book. Right now, y'all all know, if this Bible is going to be the final authority, then let's walk and talk real slow before you start asking, where's your outrage? How come you haven't said something about this? How come you haven't said something about that? Listen, people don't value what it means anymore to, like, I'm gonna hold my comments. I'm gonna let the dead be grieved, and I'm gonna go ahead and let these people bury their loved one. I don't have to rush to a mic. I'm here every day. I ain't got to rush to the mic and give my hot take on. I'm not giving a hot take on somebody who was murdered in front of everybody. I don't have a hot take on that. Well, did you hear what he said about this? And did you hear what he said about that? I did. And that's never going anywhere. That could be pulled up at any time to be discussed on any day. Not doing it right now. Let them bury that man. Let them bury that man. And then we can have a very lengthy conversation in the days, weeks, and months to come. That man's dead. And he died at such a young age that even if he wanted to change his mind at one point, he didn't get the opportunity because he's dead. So we can go back and review everything he's said. We got time. He don't. If he wanted to apologize, he don't get to. So why don't we just let's just let all of this wash over, right? We're not riding a dead man's wave to ratchet up views. Let everybody get their word in edgewise right now, right? After they had this man's funeral, and when we've had some time to breathe, when it's not the first thing in our face, because y'all know how news is. This is the hot thing to talk about right now. And then it will fade. They'll be on to the next. They'll be on to the next, right? And when they get on to the next, maybe that'll be the time that we go, okay, let's look at this objectively now. Y'all have had time to grieve and mourn. Now, let's look at some things objectively, right? And then let's compare some things. And then let's pull up some things. And then let's do all of that, right? Wisdom is proven to be right by its results. Let's give it a little bit of time. You ain't got to say everything right now. You ain't got to have a hot take right now. You ain't got to try to make sense of this right now. Some stuff you ain't got to make sense of. Just weep and cry and shut up. We ain't got to say everything all at the same time. So, and we already know that we live in a day and age where people are fickle. They will love you today and hate you this afternoon. We don't even make it to tomorrow no more. News cycle's too fast.
Right after lunch.
Right after lunch. I loved you before lunch. I loved you at lunch. I hated you. By the end of lunch, I hated you. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested in. I'm letting all. This is the teabag test right now. We had a teabag test in 2020. We got a teabag test in 2025. You never gonna know what you got or not until you put it in a pot that's boiling hot. That's my teabag test. And when you have a teabag test, you got to have some hot water before you find out what's in that bag. You cannot hold up a tea bag and tell what type of tea it is. You don't know if that's chamomile, lavender, black tea, ginger tea, green tea, orange ginger. You don't know what type of tea that is until you put it in hot water. We need to be in some hot water so we can figure out what's in these tea bags. And a lot of what's seeping out of these tea bags already let me know that ain't no good tea. Huh? So everybody out here want the tea. I'm just trying to discern the tea. Y'all already trying to sip it. I'm trying to discern it. So I'm going to let all y'all sip the tea. I'm going to let all y'all keep going down the rabbit trail to pull up this and pull up that and analyze this, and y'all sipping tea. I'm too busy trying to figure out what kind of tea it is. I might have a allergic reaction to that particular tea, depending on what the ingredients are, depending on what you add to the tea, depending on what you take from the tea. I'm not. Y'all drink that tea if y'all want to. Y'all know we built different. Ain't that what the theme song says when we come on? Wide open, we built different.
Cut from cloth, you can't even.
Yeah, we don't. This is not TMZ. We are here to sit at the intersection of faith and culture and discern the times. And sometimes to discern the times, you have to sit in silence. You cannot make a read in a moment. There are rare occasions that a moment will exist that you're like, you can judge it accurately. Other times you need a lot of, listen, I was going to be a homicide detective. That's what I went to school for. You don't walk up on a crime scene and go, oh, I know exactly what happened here. You got to gather evidence. You got to talk to witnesses.
Look for the clues.
You got to look for clues. What looks like a thing when you first walk up on the scene may not be the thing at all. So we could actually write a report that's inaccurate because we just went off what we saw. But we didn't gather no information. We didn't search for the clues. We didn't interview nobody. We didn't get the intel that we needed. Sometimes that leads to prosecuting the wrong person. Sometimes that means the right person doesn't get prosecuted because we gathered the evidence incorrectly. Or how did OJ get off?
Yep.
So, anyway, look what time it is. Hey guys, you hear this music. Go ahead and get into it. Wide open. These phone lines are wide open. All around the world, we wide open. Cheese. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 10 o'clock. We out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you was dropping bars too.
Listen, I'm just trying to help the people out here. You know what I'm saying?
And did.
So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is now a safe space where you can be fully seen, fully heard, fully known, fully loved, even if you're not fully agreed with. I love you guys all. And I may or may not have the answer that you're looking for, but this is guaranteed to be a safe space where you can say whatever you want. And I love you in advance. Do we have our first caller?
Our first caller is going to be anonymous. Welcome to the show. You are on with Tim Ross.
Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Wonderful.
What's
Hi, Uncle Tim.
I love you, Nisi. What's going on?
So, I don't know if you remember. Of course you don't, because it's like episode 150. But I was on episode 55. Just a little context. I'm 26. I'm from the humidity space city near you.
Okay.
And I was talking to you about boundaries and trying to set boundaries around people pleasing.
Okay.
One of the biggest examples we used was my mom. So a lot has happened for you and for me, I think. How are you?
I'm
I
doing
don't think anybody
fantastic.
asked that.
I'm doing
Okay.
fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. I'm doing well.
Okay.
Thank you.
So since then, I kind of started really tackling this issue in therapy. I had before, and my therapist was like on me. She was like, you need to be more. She was just getting on me, basically. She was giving me the business about, standing up for myself. And then when I was going back, kind of, I think when I tackled the trauma of my childhood sexual abuse, I had tackled the emotional part, but I never really thought about the sexual part.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I had talked about it on the basement before. Just a little warning, I'm gonna be a little vulnerable, but this is wide open.
That's
So
exactly right. You don't even have to warn us on that
um,
one.
what I discovered in therapy is that what the way she worded it was, when you are sexually abused as a child, you learn how to detach from your body. But
Correct.
at some point you have to reattach. And if you never actually do that, you kind of do yourself a disservice and not giving yourself a choice.
Correct.
So I kind of just realized that I never asked myself, do I want to do this? In my previous relationships,
Mm.
I kind of was just trying to please. I love this person and I want to make them happy. And, I want to connect with them. But like, does my body by itself,
Right.
does she want to do that?
Right.
Because it may not have anything to do with not wanting them to be happy.
Right.
So I thought I was done with people pleasing. And then she like smacked me with that. So
There's levels to it.
I just wanted to bring that up in case anyone had any issues with that. That was a big revelation for me.
For sure.
Also with my mom, I have been setting boundaries. She did not like it. Obviously, I think it's hurt her feelings a little bit, but I think I've done it in a way that's respectful. For example, one of the biggest stressors being 26, I think, is when you graduate college, people just expect you to be on to the next thing.
Mm.
But in adulthood, there's like this huge period of time where you're figuring it out. I don't know why nobody talks about that, but like that's a real thing. And there's no like guarantee you're going to make it work. I'm in Houston by myself. I live on my own. And I know what I want to do with my career. I know what I want to do next, but it is just so stressful always having the question like, what are you doing? What are you doing next? I don't know. I
Right.
really don't.
Yeah.
I'm just doing, because God does not show you everything. He
No,
only
he
shows
doesn't.
you like the first step.
That's
And
right.
if that step lasts 4 years, then you already know what he's asking you to do. So all you can do is keep doing it. Like, he's not going to tell you, after this, I'm going to bless you.
So good.
He may just want you to minister here. You may not have learned your lesson yet. So
Right.
I have been praying for a long time just to be able to wait well. I think I know you've had a sermon or some kind of podcast on that.
Yes, we have.
Just prayer for like, God, please give me the patience to find the blessing in the present. As small as this apartment is, as small as this check is, you know, let me find joy in this meal I get to make for myself, this smoothie, you know,
Yes.
this call with my sister. So I think the last time I called, I talked to Julie. I said like hi to Julie, and I told her I gave her a shout out because in her single season, she really empowered a lot of us to be single. I don't know if Julie prayed for me or something, but I messaged her not even a month later, and I met this Christian man, Uncle Tim. I was not looking for him, okay? I was like Juliet. I was
Yep.
like, I don't care. Like people were like, hey, so you have a boyfriend? I said, no, that's not the center of my life. There's
Yep.
so many other things to be worried about than men right now.
Right.
I'm in a teacher's class for my church. I'm serving. I'm, you know, focusing on my career and whatever's next. And then all of a sudden this man shows up and I prayed Juliet's prayer, Uncle Tim, okay? Her prayer for you.
Yep.
I think she talked about it on an episode. She was like, I pray for a man that's emotionally connected with himself, somebody who's kind. Uncle Tim, I prayed that prayer. You know, Christian men, when they want something, they are not quiet about it. It's
Yep.
like very to the point.
Yep.
It's like, I like you.
Yep.
I want to meet your parents.
Yep.
I want to go to church.
Yep.
I don't want to be your friend.
Yep.
So what is the timeline?
Yep.
Because
What are we doing here?
I'm about to make this career move.
That's
and then
right.
it's gonna be life. You
Yeah,
know, it's
absolutely.
You, me, and Jesus.
That's right.
You know,
Yep.
when are we praying?
Yep.
Where's your Bible at? It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then since I talked to you, I got a new job in my career.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so I've made I just want to say for context, I was just crying yesterday about how hard it was financially. I was crying to God. I was like, God, and I was really honest. I was like, God, I'm so upset. I don't feel like you hear me. I don't feel like you see me. But I said I will remain faithful. You know, I will still keep praying. I will do the same thing I'm doing every day. I will still be in your word. And literally, Uncle Tim, like 20 minutes later, I got the call from the job. And I felt like a big baby for being hormonal. But today, I just wanted to update you. If you could give me encouragement, perspective, and feedback. I'm just here to talk to you.
Oh,
It's
this
so
is
nice to see your face.
it's so good to see your face too. What a sweet update. This is so awesome. This is
Yeah,
greatness.
I was literally crying yesterday. I was like, God, the world is ending. I have a job, but I can't get a job. I was like, I know I'm not supposed to be crying about having a job I don't want, but Jesus, it's been 5 years trying to get to this next step.
And it came.
And he hasn't said a word, Uncle Tim. Like when I say the only instruction was study, stay disciplined, eat healthy, and pray. That's
Good.
it.
Good.
I didn't know where. And he's like, God, I want a new apartment. I want a bigger one than this. I can afford it. Nope, stay there.
Yeah, it's good.
It just no more instruction, and I don't know what to tell people. And I was like, God, I just feel like I'm at my wit's end. I've been asking you to soothe my heart so I can calm down and stop worrying about everything else. But yeah.
So let me ask you a question. You've been in this job for 5 years. You get a call yesterday about another job, right?
Right.
And you're taking that job. So when that call comes in, how long did 5 years feel?
I felt like it was over too soon. I was like, really? It's gonna happen right now. I gotta leave right now. Just because this job that I have right now, it's with United Healthcare, it's very secure.
Yeah.
Everything is one thing an old mentor of mine said, you know, I really don't like this job, but you know what happens every 2 weeks? That check drops my account every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I can always count on it. It's
Mm-hmm.
not going anywhere, and there's so many other things to complain about. So I'm still trying to process how long that's been. And, my boyfriend, my partner, we were praying about it yesterday, and I was like, you don't understand how long I went by myself,
Mm.
just trying to make it work. It's humbled me so much. My parents are similar to you. They're not as well off as you guys, but they've done really well. So I've grown up similar to Nathan and Noah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not traveling as much as they have, but I'm used to a certain level of living, just like I'm sure they are.
Yeah,
So to be on my own, figuring it out, it's humbled me a lot to find the joy in each moment.
for sure. Yeah, the reason why I asked that question is because, we can be going through a season that seems never ending, and then when it changes, it gives you amnesia to everything you went through. It literally feels like, why was I even complaining about that?
Yeah.
Look how much stronger I am. Look how much more peace I have. Look at how much more resilient I am. But in the moment, we're like, God, when is this going to ever be over? And then when it's over, it's like, that was fast. But that's
I'm sorry.
no, go ahead, please.
I just was trying to give context. I'm so sorry. I started this journey with nothing,
Mm,
coming out of a horrible relationship, an abusive relationship. I left that relationship with a mattress, some kitchen supplies. That's it.
wow.
And I had to find my faith. I thank God for those 4+ years by myself, because I would not be this woman.
Absolutely.
And the man that I'm with, he's like, you are so different. You see the world differently. You're so grounded. And I tell him about you all the time, Uncle Tim. He's like, is he really that? I'm like, bro, you don't understand. Uncle Tim is building women out here, okay? I don't know about the men, but he's building little women, little 20-something women. Just by listening to him, we understand what's really important. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, to
absolutely.
watch Juliet
Yep.
sit you down,
Yep.
okay?
Yep.
Rub your face.
Yep.
Cut
Yep.
it up.
Yep.
I commented on her live. I was like, girl, the love that you show him is ridiculous. She was like, thank you, honey. Oh my gosh.
She
Like,
did. She
and you watch your marriage, even Charles Metcalf,
yes.
his wife on her Instagram says very much in love with Charles. To be that secure,
Yes.
to publicize to the world, this is my person, and you have no you don't question whether that's okay or not.
Right.
It's just like a different, it is different. I didn't even know it was possible, but I don't even know what to say, because I didn't ask for it. Now it's here, and now it's like, okay.
It's beautiful. Well, those are the sweetest ones, right? That, like, it's
Oh my God.
it's when you're never looking for it and it comes to you that you're like, okay, Lord, thank you.
Yeah, and
Like
he
that.
cries like you. Be like, that was so cute.
Well, listen, a man that can, I feel like a man that's in touch with his emotions, and I'm not talking about somebody that even cries early and often. I'm just saying a man that is in touch with his emotions, usually doesn't have a lot of stress.
Yeah.
We're taught from a very young age, don't cry, don't be a girl, suck it up, be strong. And we're literally robbed of the very emotions that can regulate us. And so make no mistake, while we find so many angry men, so many bitter men, so many men that don't love themselves, because they were never given permission to access their emotions. So I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you to find a crier.
he's not angry either.
Yeah,
And
no.
he cares so much about like communicating. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my God. He's like, this hurt my feelings. I
Yes.
didn't like when you did that.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'm like this is the kind of update that makes me happy. Like to hear that you've made boundaries with your mom. And even this happens every time we make boundaries, right? Like our loved ones realize that the lines have changed and they don't like it at first, but we're not responsible for their reactions. We're responsible for making the boundaries, communicating them clearly, but we're never responsible for their reactions to the boundaries that we make.
Right.
They don't have to like them.
Yeah.
Right?
And I think this is the first time in my life I haven't felt bad about it.
Yeah. Bravo to you. Like I'm so happy for you. I don't think anybody in our country likes the fact that Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays. But that's Chick-fil-A's boundary. Chick-fil-A's boundary is I will serve you 6 days out of 7. I will never serve you 7 days out of 7. So every Sunday, all the Chick-fil-A diehards, they lament and they weep that they have to go a day without waffle fries or that milkshake or that lemonade that is a vehicle for diabetes. We have the opportunity to create space, and for those of us that have been sexually abused, there are levels to this people pleasing thing. There are levels to what it is to get back into your body and be present with your body enough to know what you want, what you don't want, who you don't want, where you want to be, where you don't want to be. That's a large step, and so I applaud you for continuing to do your work, to reclaim all of you, not just parts of you, but to get all of you back. Like I applaud you for that. It's work.
Oh yeah. And then having to be honest with the fact that like I I I don't know if it made my therapist uncomfortable because I feel like we're close in age, but as a woman, and I hate to be so graphic, but I'm just being honest. As a woman, I thought like part of sex was painful. I thought it was supposed to be. Because I had a partner, what would happen when I would disconnect is my emotions would shut off. I would stop moving. And I never really knew why, but in my past, he would assume like, what's wrong with you? Are you just being like, I'm just being selfish, basically, because I'm emotionally disconnecting, but something was wrong,
Right.
It's not normal in the middle of that for you to just shut down
Yeah.
and not want to look at the person.
Right.
And to realize that like I just cried for that person because that's a sign that there's something wrong with him and there's something wrong with this. Like obviously I didn't want to be there, but I just assumed like it was almost the same self-sacrifice thing. Like, I'm just sacrificing a few moments of myself to please this person.
Right.
But that's not a relationship and that really is not love.
Right. Correct. Absolutely correct.
So it was, and then like having to talk to my new partner about this for like, just being transparent about traumas. Like he was like, how are you going to fix it? How are you going to work through this? And I was like, all I can do is take it one day at a time and be honest. Like all I can do is walk back through everything and give myself grace and be patient because relationships bring up stuff too.
Absolutely correct.
They literally bring you face to face with every trauma and flaw you have.
That's right.
And it's up to you to improve on those or to say this is a form of me. It may always be here, but I'm improving it. That other person has to say, okay, can I live with this or not?
Right.
Does this work for me?
Right.
So I was watching Carl Lentz's one of his pods yesterday, and he said my marriage is not safe, it's healthy. And I was like, all relationships should be like that.
That's right.
Because there is no, you do not have to stay here.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
That's right.
We're supposed to be working on ourselves, and this is just the prelims. We're
That's
supposed to
right.
be really working on the prelims, because Lord only knows what marriage brings.
That's
Like,
right.
it's supposed to be a whole new environment. And then he said that when you have a baby, which I don't have one, so I don't know, but he said that when you have a baby, you have a new marriage. That's crazy. Like,
Yeah. It's the truth. It's the truth. That's so true. Like there's levels to marriage, and there's almost like, I think I would describe marriage as like Super Mario Brothers, like the original Super Mario Brothers. When you're on level 1-1 and you got to go 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, and then you go 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, 2-4, 3-1, 3-2, 3-3, 3-4. Now here's the thing: if life throws you something that makes you warp worlds, I don't know if this analogy is completely going over your head or not, but if life throws something at you that makes you warps worlds, and you go down and say you were on level 3-2 and you pop up on 6-1, you miss some steps.
right?
And so you don't see how those turtles have changed. If
You
you
gotta relearn the world.
That's exactly right. Because if you would have went through every level, you would have saw the evolution of the turtles. But if you warp worlds, on one level, these turtles was just walking. On another level, they got wings and they spitting fire at you.
Right.
So it is I've been married for 26 years. I got to be on somewhere between my 5th and 7th version of Juliet. So, like, it's not even that you have these life markers that make the marriage new. You stay married to one person long enough, you are going to be married to multiple versions of them. And you got to fall in love with that new version. You have to understand that new version. You have to adjust to that new version. And so, I'm glad you're taking all that in, because like that is like, those are cheat codes for real.
I am, because I know you can't engineer a relationship or a marriage, but at the same time, I just feel like, had my parents, right, my original parents, had they had like any information before they got married, maybe they could have worked out that they weren't compatible.
Right.
You know, that like maybe opposite does not mean compatible.
Right, for
Like,
sure. Absolutely.
me and my mom are opposites. Me and my dad are almost exactly the same. And I tell him all the time, I don't understand why you got married. Like, he literally, everything about him from the moment you met him drives you crazy.
Wow.
But we're good people. We're fun. We're non-judgmental. We're kind. We're patient.
Yep.
We're funny.
Yep.
Those are great. But like when life hits, none of those qualities really exist all the time. They probably
Correct.
exist some of the time.
Yeah,
But it has
absolutely.
nothing to do with the stressors.
Yep.
So I don't mean to take up all of your time. Before I go, I don't know if anybody ever asked you this, but any advice you have for couples that are, preparing for marriage, preparing for engagement? I feel like my partner, his parents stayed together. His parents have been married for over 30 years, but in his opinion, he's like, I wish they had gotten divorced because of the trauma that came from them staying together. So like the physical abuse, the emotional abuse, of course they're past it now.
Yep.
But he says it had damaging effects on him and his two brothers. There's 3 boys. Now, what my argument to him is, them staying together, plus his grandparents have been together until he died, like your mom and your dad. My argument to him is, seeing that had to have had some psychological effect on you, because the way that you look at relationships is different from other men. It just is.
For sure.
He has this provider mentality, this respect mentality, this I want a relationship. I don't just want
Absolutely.
a homie.
Absolutely,
I
for
want a
sure.
homie too,
Yeah.
but I'm aware of if you're okay or not. Like,
Yeah.
he's hyper aware of my emotions.
Yep.
He's affectionate. He watched his parents be affectionate his whole life.
Yep.
So, and they never split. They've always been in the same house. So, my argument to him is that is totally different from you moving out of the childhood house you grew up in into a whole new family and going to college trying to make it work. Like, basically it's broken from then on. So he's trying to get all the premarital counseling out the way right now. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Good. That's a smart man.
I'm like, we've been together for like 6 months, but we have time. We don't have to do it all right now. We're doing really good to say that we've talked about money and everything. Like, do you have any advice for just preparation, mindset?
Absolutely.
Another thing he was talking to my stepdad about, who's happily married to my mom, is sometimes he focuses so much on the future, just trying to be a provider, trying to get his career together, trying to make a life for us. And my dad's advice to him was like, you're not there yet. So, yes, there are pressures on man to be man, but y'all
Right.
are just dating right now. And he said if he would have been able to just date, because he had a child really young, he would not have felt the same pressure.
Gotcha.
He would have just enjoyed the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, whatever you get from that, I just want stuff from your brain. That's all.
Absolutely. So first, let me say, you got a good man. You really do. A man that not only is prioritizing your relationship, but also prioritizing the tools that will help the relationship grow and have a great start and be healthy. Like, I was the same way. I wanted to be married since I was 8 years old, and that was largely because of two couples, Charles and Maxine Ross, my parents, and Cliff and Claire Huxtable. I got exposed to that show early, and all it did is reinforce what I already had in my house. And I refer to my mom and my dad as the Pentecostal Huxtables. They're just spirit-filled versions of Cliff and Claire. And so when I met Juliet, I had the same mindset. The mindset was, whatever we need to do to start this relationship right, we need to talk about all the things. We need to talk about like stuff that she was uncomfortable talking about. Like I just wanted to know as much as I could up front, because I make this statement, and I've lived long enough to stand by it. You marry when you exchange vows, you're saying I do to what you know, right? Do you take this person to be your wedded wife or your wedded husband, to love and to care for? Okay, you say I do, right? You're saying I do to everything you know, but your vow is for everything you don't know, for richer or for poor, in sickness and in health, for better or for worse, till death do us part. The reason why richer or poor, like there's a huge gap in between richer or poor. And the vow is meant to be a catch-all. Richer or poor. Sickness, health. Better, worse. Until death. The vow is for everything you don't know. The vow is for the future. I'm saying I do to everything I've learned, but I vow to everything I'll find out. And obviously, there are abuses and adultery and all types of things that could make it that can make that vow no longer attainable. But you're making the vow for everything you don't know. It's like I have signed up for everything behind door number 1, 2, and 3. And so I always encourage couples, get premarital counseling. Do everything you can to learn about your partner, to learn about their family of origin, to and it don't have to be deep. It doesn't have to be a forensic deep dive. But you know, with all that get an understanding. Do you know the type of person you are marrying? Do you know the type of family that they come from? That's like very, very important. And then, you know, for him, because he's so serious, I do agree with your stepdad. Like, he needs to enjoy the process and take the pressure off himself but that's a real man. He's taking this responsibility seriously. He wants to take care of you. Right. And he wants to be a good man and provider for you. Like, these are all admirable things. But yeah, it's just all the premarital. I just think that is like, we don't let people buy houses without trying to teach them some type of financial literacy. Right. You got to learn what mortgage is and insurance and taxes. I just think we do a disservice when people are trying to commit to a relationship. People know more about their loan payments on their automobiles than they know about marriage.
Right.
So I'm down for all of that. And I think the last thing I'll say is I just want to make this observation because I've been thinking about this a lot. It's because it's come up a lot in some of my conversations. You made a statement earlier about, like, I'm getting these women together. I don't know what's happening with these men, but I'm getting these women together, right? I'm just trying to get people together. I'm trying to get men and women together. Here is what I have learned. And this is one thing I'm trying to, like, process and navigate. The women at any age and stage that are into our content, that for whatever reason God has drawn them to my voice, they desire a fatherly voice, a big brother's voice, a man's voice. They've been seeking it, that they want it. They tell me something. I want to feel safe, and I want to know what your perspectives are. For what I'm finding is that there are a lot of men that, for whatever has been informed by their past, they resent a man's voice. And they cannot accept a man's voice when the man's voice is giving instruction, when the man's voice is giving correction.
Also, Uncle Tim, they can't conceptualize that the voice is coming from is really doing it. Like, there's no cricket lines, there's no back streets. This is it right here. Uncle Tim has a cul-de-sac. Everything in that cul-de-sac is open for eyes. You can do a bird's eye view. He's not hiding anything.
You
They
are
really
absolutely
think the
right.
person we're listening to could not possibly be this regulated and informed. And it's like, if it wasn't right, it wouldn't work. Okay? That's what I'm saying.
Hey, you said something that I have never thought about. I'm so glad you said it because it gives me great language. It also gives me great imagery. I grew up on a cul-de-sac. 915 Hartview, Valinda, California, 91744. That's on a cul-de-sac. When we moved to Apple Valley, we lived on a cul-de-sac. I live in a house in a neighborhood on a cul-de-sac right now.
Well,
What you are saying, like the imagery is so brilliant for me. When you pull off on this road, you don't go straight through it. It is, you can go all the way around it, and everything on this block is what we said it was.
right.
And so that's one of the things that I have noticed. And we have some men in our community that they want it, but like disproportionately still the women want the man's voice, and they can accept the correction. They welcome the invitation for it more than the men. And I'm heartbroken by it. I'm not over here like they don't want to learn nothing. I just hate what broken family has done, abusive men have done to make them distrust or dismiss the voice of somebody that truly just wants to help them. And to your point, has done the work. There's nothing I talk about here that's theory. I can say it all because I've done it all. And I require the work because I've done the work. And Juliet can co-sign on all of it.
And she does. As strong as she is, for her to just be so, I think you said this before, she would not submit to me if I wasn't really doing this. And I don't know if the men think that we as women are, putting you on this pedestal, but everything you do is modeling after the Bible.
That's
I'm not
exactly
trying to
right.
make you this perfect soul, but a lot of my conversations I have with my stepdad are about religion, and he was like, I just don't understand why out of people go to so many different religions, but they're so afraid of Jesus. And I was like, Jesus is the only person that makes you face yourself, just like that cul-de-sac. You got to pause.
That's right.
And face yourself.
That's exactly right.
You can get as much knowledge as you want to, but I promise you, he's just going to pull you right back into what's really going on.
Yes.
And that's exactly what you do on this show. Yeah. All that sounds great. What's going on, though?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Because something's wrong.
That's
and
right.
You wouldn't be calling me if something wasn't wrong.
That-
So let's deal with this stuff on the inside.
That's right.
Because, until you get that right, none of these circumstances are going to change.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Yeah, no, I just, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful I brought that back up, because that cul-de-sac analogy, that's gold. That's worth its weight in gold. I can use that forever.
Please use it.
Well,
okay, guys. I thank you so much for letting me talk to you.
no, this is why we're here.
Derek, I just want to say, I love you, man. You're the bomb. Man, you got a heart of gold, okay? I don't know how Tim pulls these men around him with hearts, like real hearts, but you got a real heart.
Yeah,
And,
Derek.
and the fact that Jesus
Talking
can
about
take
you.
men
Oh, wow.
who have been through so much and just expose the best parts of them like that, like real lovers, it's just such a blessing. Same thing with Hector and his freckles, bro. I love the freckles. He has a heart for real. Like, these men are not playing about their wives and everything. And it's because of y'all that women like me, my partner, he's like, he asked me, he said, I did not know a woman like you existed.
Wow.
He was like, did you really believe that you would find a good man? I said, yes. There are too many good men in the world for me to settle for anything less than
Amen.
somebody who is not crazy about me.
Amen.
So if it takes 40 years for me to find the right person, I'm going to enjoy this life. It's just going to be me and Jesus until he gets here.
Wow.
And y'all, I swear y'all are a part of it, just to know, yes, there are too many good men out here for us to settle as, daughters of Jesus.
That's right.
There are men out here that want to love you like Jesus does. It doesn't mean he won't make mistakes,
That's
but
right.
his heart is too pure for him not to.
That's exactly
So,
right.
Yeah, please give Juliet a hug for me.
I will.
I'm so sorry I can't come to the live show. I did I'm so glad Derek helped me pass my tickets along because I would have felt so bad wasting them. But I'm gonna see y'all at Whole Woman Co.
Hey.
And I got Mr. to come along so he
That-
can see you.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope I get a chance to hug you and him.
Yes, I think you'll love him. Y'all are literally like the same person. He
I
just
love
doesn't
it.
know it yet.
I
but
love
he's
it. I can't wait to meet him. I can't wait to meet him. Well, I love you so much. Thank you so much for calling. You have literally brightened my day. I appreciate you.
Thank you guys.
All
Bye.
right, bye.
See y'all later.
Bye.
What a sweetheart.
That was very
Are you
kind.
kidding me?
That was super kind.
Ooh. Those kind of updates, man. You just thank you, Jesus.
I live in a cul-de-sac too. Let's go.
Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, man. Thank you, Jesus. That was beautiful.
All right, Tim, we got our next caller who is anonymous. Welcome to the show, my friend. You're on with Tim Ross.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, hello? Hello, hello, hello.
Yesterday, you were like, I was reminding me of the caller.
You hear me. You hear me talking to you.
Hey.
You hear me talking to you. Are you there? Are you on mute? Am I on mute?
I think a lot of times, yeah, they start off on mute. Discord automatically does it because she's in the call.
Yeah, and she's typing.
There we go.
Hey. Okay, cool.
Okay.
And now you can just unmute, press the little unmute button, my friend, and you'll be good to go. Press it 3 times for the Lord. Still muted.
Can't hear you yet,
So one more time.
but we see you.
He's almost here.
Wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord. He shall
will
do
in-
the unmute.
Thank you.
So wait on him. Wait on the Lord. Unmute. Wait on the Lord. Unmute. He shall renew your strength.
Lock the doors.
Just
Yay!
Yay! See,
God.
we worshipped our way and broke the silence.
Huh?
Huh?
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Ooh, I already love your
That's good.
voice. I already love your voice. Where are you from?
Thank you. I'm Georgia.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. It's a beautiful Southern
Every time
accent.
I sound like I'm from Georgia, like I sound like from the Midwest, some too. But it depends who I'm talking to. When my voice, my accent changes a lot. So
It's all good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. It's good to hear from you. What's going on?
I just got a situation that I'm in that I have some questions about. How do you have it?
Yes, ma'am.
I live with my parents, and I have no money right now.
Okay.
And I have money that's coming in, but I have like 6 hours a week I'm working right now. I start a new job next week,
Okay.
hopefully. And I have that job still the 6 hours. Or schedule, or they let me schedule around it. It's just I have a hard time with my parents right now. I try to save money. I want to spend it on groceries for all of us, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what's left of me? Oh, and also it'd be to merge things on people, those things. Yeah, I want to spend a lot of money on those too.
Okay. Okay. And so what is the question?
Just how to get myself in a better situation than where I am now.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Can you give me some more context to?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I've had to move back in with my parents in 2022 because I lost my job in South Carolina,
Okay.
and I'm having a hard time getting out of the house.
Got it.
Every time I go for a job interview, like online to work somewhere out of state, they always tell me, "We're not going to help you move. We're not going to do anything to help you move. You got to move yourself." And I had places tell me that they'll do the thing or bring me out there, pay for me to come out there.
Okay.
The only problem is I don't have the apartment money
Got
to
it.
start off.
Okay.
And then I just have to cancel the interview, and then it looks bad on me because I canceled the interview and I explained to my parents are sick or whatever. And then What else was it? I'm sorry.
No, take your time.
Just some stuff happened in the past that I keep remembering about my parents. I take NDR therapy,
Mm-hmm.
and stuff has come up about what they've done to me in the past, and I really don't want to be here at all in this house.
Mm-hmm.
My sister's not very supportive of it, but we have to help our parents and stuff because I have to help them with everything because they are too lazy to get up and do something,
Mm-hmm.
or else they want me to do it because I need to do it, or they think I should do everything they ask me to do.
Okay.
And I'm just tired. I'm tired of being the person, the maid for the house,
Understood.
when they can definitely do some stuff themselves.
Yep. Absolutely. Okay.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
It's just, I'm done now. Yeah.
No worries. No worries. I can hear you. I can hear you. Thank you.
Me? Okay.
Yes. So
And then I have a lot of friends online. I don't have any in-person friends in Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you trying to get back to South Carolina?
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to find a job, move to the job.
Okay, got you.
But yeah,
Okay.
I gotta save the money for the apartment. So I have the gaming thing they have going on. I want to start on many on games too.
Mm-hmm.
So just trying to figure out what to do
Absolutely.
and how to save money without my parents wanting to buy groceries all the time.
So it sounds like there is a dynamic within the house with your parents where as long as you're there, you can't really save like you want to because they always want you to contribute to what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you had a conversation with them about your desire? Well, first of all, I know you didn't want to move back in with them anyway. You lost your job and that's what precipitated that. But you want to save money so you can move.
I've tried,
Mm-hmm.
but they say I should contribute to the household because I live here. They said they want me to move out, but they're afraid I'm not stable enough to move out.
Oh,
So I have mental issues too, but yeah, I'm in therapy. I take medications. I do all they need to do for that.
okay.
So
They have acknowledged that they are benefiting from you staying in the house with them.
yeah, they do. Yeah.
Okay. So it doesn't benefit them for you to leave.
Nope.
Okay. Which now it makes sense to me that it sounds like they are not going to make it easy for you to leave.
Nope, they are not.
Okay.
No.
All right. So if they've expressed to you that they benefit from you being there and they're not going to make it easy for you to leave, then you need a plan that they're not going to really be pleased with.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
And it sounds like you need the job before you can leave.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you can't.
A big job. I'm an art therapist, so
Yeah.
it's hard to find jobs in my field.
Understood. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, let's start talking through this one because this is complicated.
Yeah.
What are you able to save now?
Right now I have like $5 in one account and like 60 cents in another account, and I have like 10 cents in another account. So I have enough to keep the accounts open for savings, but I have tendency to use rob from that when I need not rob, but take from that for bills and stuff like that. So
All right.
yeah, the game addiction is out of whack really bad. So yeah.
So okay. So
I haven't bought anything in like the last few days because I owe Apple money. I haven't been able to pay me. I got to do it through my paycheck tomorrow when it comes through. But
okay. So
yeah.
you're living check to check right now.
I am, yes.
Okay. All right.
And the new job, I don't get paid for it until the 1st
Okay.
of October.
Okay. All right. All right. So this is a situation where you have to become stabilized first. How long have you been back with your parents? When did you lose your job? This is important just for the timeline.
January 2022 is when I lost it and moved back on March.
March of 2022.
The apartment so long to keep they wouldn't let me cancel the lease of the apartment until like the March. That's when I moved out completely, was March.
Okay, March
I
of
would stay there and like take stuff back and forth like from January to March, but most of the time I was up there.
Okay. So from March of 2022 until now, you've been with your parents.
Yes.
Okay. So officially, you all are in a codependent relationship.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
What is the strategy to get out of that?
I've had therapists talk to me about getting a camper, moving out to a camper. Like after things get say that campground for a while, do that so I can get an apartment. Or just do that permanently. I'm like, I don't know if that's safe right now for me. Yeah.
Okay.
By myself.
Yeah, understandable. And I do not see a scenario. Although I understand the safety of that particular option that you just named.
Yeah.
I don't know of a comfortable scenario for you to get out of this loop.
Yeah.
So even if it's not that, it might be sleeping on another family member's couch who will respect the fact that you are trying to save up money so that you can get back on your feet and be on your own. But your parents took a temporary situation that you had with losing your job and they made it permanent. And for them, I'm not saying that that's what you wanted, but that's definitely what they wanted, right? And so, for them to see you come back, they didn't see it as, okay, she needs to come back home so she can get back on her feet. She doesn't have to pay rent here. She doesn't have to pay for groceries. She could just stack her money back up. That way she can go back out to the next thing. When you came home, they saw it as a blessing for them.
Yeah. They I don't know what to say. I pay part of the car insurance, and I pay because they gave my car on their insurance, and then I pay the phone bill my part because the phone bill's in my name.
Okay.
For cell phone, because at that time that we got this coverage for the cell phones, for the cell phone contract, they didn't have enough credit to get it.
Yeah.
And I did. So that's my name.
Okay. Yeah. This situation is heartbreaking to me to hear, and it saddens me. Because when adult parents continue to depend on their adult children, and I'm not talking about in a way where the child, the grown adult child wants to contribute, because I love being a blessing to my parents, and now my parent, my mommy, and my mother-in-law. I love being a blessing to them, but I do that of my own volition.
Yeah.
If they made me do it, well, they couldn't make me do anything, but if they tried to obligate me to it, it would be a completely different outcome.
Yeah.
So I don't see any easy options for you when it comes to changing this dynamic that you find yourself in. I think all of them are going to be uncomfortable for you, but I believe they will be temporarily uncomfortable for you. Whereas staying in the house with them is permanently uncomfortable for you.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Listen, I have known people. I'm not saying this is an option for you. I have known people. You mentioned a camper. I've known people that lived in their car for a month, for 3 months, and took showers at Buc-ee's you know,
Yeah.
because it was better than anywhere else they could be.
Yeah.
And so I'm saying you may have to look at short-term discomfort.
Yeah.
For some long-term stability where you get your independence back. But I think staying at the house right now, total combined, your assets are less than $10 in your accounts, and your parents don't care about that at all.
I'm actually in the hole on 2 checking accounts. That was just a savings account. So
Okay, understood. Yeah. So yeah, I think you have. I think all your alternatives. I think all of your options are uncomfortable, but I believe they would be. Even in me saying that all of your options are uncomfortable, I think those options and their discomfort are better than the situation you currently find yourself in.
yeah, definitely.
So
Yes.
I would choose my level of discomfort and move in that direction.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm humbly submitting to you.
Okay. I also have a lawsuit that's going right now
Okay.
that I guess for that property that would help me move out too.
Oh yeah, is that coming to an end? I would rather you, when this lawsuit is over and whatever you're awarded, I'd rather that come to you in your car than in that house.
It will come to me.
Yeah.
It's in my
Yeah. But I'm just
It's
saying
my
I would rather you be out of this house when that comes in.
before it comes.
Uh-huh.
When that happens, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I have to talk to her on Friday, so we'll see what she says.
Okay.
The lawyer, so
Yep. That's my advice for you.
okay.
How does that land on you?
Alright. Kind of scary but promising.
Scared but promising?
Yeah.
Hey, that sounds like a faith move. We live there.
Yeah.
We live in the scared but promising.
Oh yeah.
For sure. So no, I appreciate you calling in, and I hope that's helpful for you. I'll be praying for you.
Yeah. It is, yeah. All right.
Okay. All right. We love you. Have a good day.
Love you too.
Okay.
Tell everybody I said hey.
Okay, I
Bye.
sure will. She said, "Hey, everybody." Ooh, that's a toughie. That's a tough one right there.
Would you live in the Tesla?
Absolutely, I would.
A lot of space.
Absolutely. Go up to that charging station.
Just make sure them doors open. Wait, so how did the kids get stuck in the Tesla again? So you jumped out without your kids?
They didn't know how to unlock the door. That's all I got out of it. The parents didn't know how to properly unlock the door.
They smashing the glass. I'm like, kid, they had to be locked out too. It was more than their kids locked out, right?
Locked out, you won't let me out.
You gotta mute that. We had a.
You gotta mute yourself.
They
had to be locked out too.
My friend,
I guess we have another caller.
my friend, I'm seeing that phone right in front of you. Would you be opposed to muting it for the Lord, please? Maybe a quick pause.
Is this better?
Oh, brother, God is near. You are here. Welcome to Wide Open. You are on with Tim Ross.
What's up, my guy?
What's up? Can you hear me?
I can.
Right?
I can hear you, man, and I can see you. It's good to see your face. You doing okay?
Good to see you too, Tim. I've been huge fan since you started episode 1. All that good stuff. It has been like a whole thing for me watching this grow. It's inspired me to start my own pod.
Awesome.
It's inspired me to take ventures and just start a clothing brand, all these things. And I've just kind of, new to this whole thing. So
that's awesome, man.
I
I'm
got
glad.
A lot of people calling, so I won't try and take up too much time here. But
Take all the time you
to
need,
give
bro.
you some context behind the question. So recently been saved. I've probably almost 3 years ago.
Okay.
I lived in a household where, mom, Catholic, all that stuff, them Hispanics, you know how they are.
Yes.
All that good stuff.
I do. My familia.
So anyways, all that good stuff. She's watched me do my thing. I've been in a relationship now. We just hit 5 years in June.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been really nice. It's been really cool. So the context behind it is she has watched me grow in my faith and even been saved. I wasn't, like you said, I wasn't saved in a in a pulpit or anything. It was in the middle of my sin here in my living room. Just random encounter that happened, and that continued to like just spiral in a good way. Obviously, you know, like good thing after another. This partner of mine has stuck through everything, through the good, the bad, you know, therapy that I started going to, all these things. And now that we're getting closer to conversations of engagement, like I've been busting my butt off to, you know, save up all these things for the ring. I actually just got the call yesterday that it's ready.
Awesome.
And I'm like, okay, cool. You know, like this is where it needs to go. I think there does come some differences. I know you've used the word you're not equally yoked and these things. The difference is where I see it with her is that she is the reason why I read my Bible.
Okay.
She encourages me. She goes to church with me. She sees me reading. She'll sit down with me like, what did you learn today? Hey, what is it that you've taken out of it? And all of these things continue to grow with her. And she's watching me, and she's got a little girl, even to the point where her little girl has now watched me and like, I want a Bible. And I've gotten her a Bible, and now she sits with me and reads these things, and she's watching every single little thing that I do. And there was even a point where like we were in such a rough patch, maybe around right after I got saved. A year later, I was like, you know, I'm going to get baptized. This is kind of funny moment, but we were in a big fight, and it was just like, hey, let's sit back, let's take a look, and maybe we should reevaluate where this relationship is going. You know, I think you need to figure out what you want. We were supposed to go to a wedding. She is so smart, one of the smartest people I know. She's like pretty much teaching me as I go as well, to the point where like, hey, if we go to the wedding, we're going to get stuck in the emotions of the love and all the things that are going on, and we're going to be blinded and come back to our reality when we're bickering and fighting nonstop. It's like, I think we should stay back. Like, you stay back, I'll go. It's my best friend, and we need to think on some things. And of course, in that moment, I was so spiteful, and I'm like, hey, well, you're not coming to my baptism. Bad thing to say. You know? I hang up the phone, and I get checked so quick. And I can feel it. The Lord says, don't talk to my daughter that way. He says, she's going to watch you die in that river. She's going to watch you come back up.
Wow.
She's going to watch you be reborn.
Dang.
And it's going to set this turning point for everyone. To the point where it was such a trickling effect that it started to completely change the dynamic of everything we've done. After I left that day, I knew I was like, okay, maybe I should start thinking about engagement in these things. Next morning, I go to take my dog out. It's probably like 4 a.m. in the morning, and I already knew the thought of engagement was on my head. And, you know, I kept thinking about it, and I'm barely awake at 4 a.m. outside. Little much to share, but my dog's in the middle of pooping, and the first thought that comes to my head is 525. I just got baptized on 525. That's fine. Like, what, you know, I go back inside, I didn't think much about it, and then I'm like, you know, is this maybe what you're looking for? Like, maybe is this the day you're asking me to really ask this question? I'm not sure. Sat on it. I go to dinner with one of my good friends. And he, you know, we talk scripture, all these things. And I kind of told him what happened. And he's like, do you know what Ephesians 5:25 is? And I was like, no, not really. Of course.
I just got here, gang.
Yeah, correct.
Haven't been through the whole Bible yet. Calm down.
Yeah. You know, he opens this up to me. And of course, I'm sure you know what 5:25 says.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I sat there in disbelief, and I sat on this moment. I'm like, okay, let me read this verse. Let me go through it, everything. You know, some time passes, and I finally start talking to her parents about this. I call her mom, and I say, hey, you know, I'm planning on doing this on this day. She starts crying. I have no idea why she's crying. And she looks at me, and she's like, that is the day her dad and I got married.
What?
I had no idea. No idea.
Wow.
I couldn't even make this up if I wanted to. But
for sure.
No idea. Yeah, they've been divorced for a while. All these things. both of us come from families that has not seen a successful marriage, and I would say probably years.
Yep.
So with all this, she's pushed me to be better. She comes with me wherever I go. We attend family events. We attend church events. She's been even open to sitting down with pastors and hanging out with them to dinner, all these things. And she's so involved. But for some reason, because I'm that one person where if one little thing is off, everything is off. Like it's a bad habit I have.
Okay.
And I'm sitting on the fact where like we're not fully equally yoked. And how does she push me? How does she see these things happening in my life? And she acknowledges it, accepts it, wants to learn from it. And I'm scared that this could be a problem in the future. Like I not really that scared about it because I'll I'm still in these things. It's not like she takes away from it, not like she takes me away from like don't do it. I guess I'm one of her biggest things is I ask her, I'm like, what is it gonna take? And her biggest thing is that I just find it hard to believe that sometimes the Bible hasn't been changed. Are they hiding some things from us? Are they do you feel like somewhere along the lines in so many different translations it could have and some people say maybe it's just a moment that she needs, but she's even said it like, what happens if I never have my coming to Jesus moment? And she's the one that says it, so then I start to like panic, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess I just wanted your opinion on that. Like, any advice on what you would think about it. It's so hard for me because no matter how many times I've even been like, you know what, maybe this isn't it. Somehow the Lord has always pulled me back in a good way, not in a bad way, and then even just advice. I know someone asked earlier, like, especially from people who've never had this shaped for us, and it's our first go at it, and we want to do it because everyone is watching us.
Yeah,
Every
for sure.
single person in our family and that little girl. So,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you calling in and trusting me to process this with you. First of all, I'm super excited for your faith journey and these God moments that you have gotten so early. It's just beautiful, bro. I just love it. Welcome to the family. I'm happy to have another brother. Are you kidding me? Like this is the greatest fraternity in the world. I'm hyped. I think you got a good girl, and Jesus has never been intimidated by the questions. He allowed every Pharisee to question him.
Yeah.
He allowed Nicodemus to come to him at night and question him. He allowed the woman at the well to question him. He allowed his disciples to question him. God's not intimidated by our questions, and questions are more so a sign of openness than it is to be closed. If she has all these questions, she's the type of person that would never commit to anything or anyone without having peace about what she's getting into. Right? So that's admirable. The one thing that is different when it comes to all the questions we have about God is that no matter how many questions get answered or not answered, we have to make a move by faith. And I'll never forget the scene in the first Matrix when Neo is unplugged and the Nebuchadnezzar picks him up out of that slimy gook, and he's laying on the table, and he opens his eyes. Morpheus is standing over him, and he says, "Why do my eyes hurt?" Sorry, I had to talk like Keanu. "Why do my eyes hurt?" And then Neo's response is so profound. I mean, Morpheus's response is so profound to me. He said, "Because you've never used them." And then he says, "Rest, Neo. The answers are coming."
Yeah.
And I think that's a word for this young lady is, hey, why don't you rest in the fact that you do know that God is good? You might have a lot of questions about the Bible and translations and those questions have been around for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years, right? You know, one of my most simplistic explanations now, especially now that I'm learning Spanish, is nobody's. If I need to make a statement to somebody and they need to translate it to a different language, nobody's like, whoa, 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 whoa. What did he just say in that translation?
Yeah.
Right? If I say hola, ¿cómo estás? And I'm like, what did they say? He said, hi, how are you? How do I know that in the translation of hola, ¿cómo estás to hi, how are you? How do I know that you didn't try to mess something up in there and make a different meaning, right? So she could have all those questions. God's not intimidated by those questions. But then also there needs to be a faith component where it's like, hey, the answers will come as you just put your faith in God. How about we not make it about the Bible and understanding the Bible from cover to cover? We put our faith in the Word. And the Word is a person. His name is Yeshua.
Yeah.
And I think she's there. I think she is in love with a man who is in love with God. And she intrinsically, even if she can't put that into words, she intrinsically knows she is safe with a man who is in love with God.
Yeah.
Right? Which is why she's encouraging you when she sees you in your Bible. And it's even caught the attention of her daughter as well. So, I mean, definitely get premarital. And during the premarital process, the faith and your beliefs are going to come up, and do not be afraid to just dig into those questions that come up when it gets down to your belief system. And I think you'll have the answers that you need in that process that will give you the peace either way to move to move forward with this young woman, or maybe to back off. Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. I think just, hearing that and the clarity of it, because I've never thought, of course, being equally yoked would be a problem, but when she would say it, of course I would. Again, I'm the type of person who I spiral. I see one thing, like, for some reason, being equally yoked leads to like the world ending for me. I couldn't tell you why, but that's just that's how my brain just goes. It's just like,
oh my goodness. Right.
And I catch myself in it. But like I said, just to share one last thing, it's been a crazy trip. Even when like you said, the questions, he likes questions. Even I've tested him to the point where, I think there was a funny thing that I've had an encounter with, like, dragonflies, like, the past couple of years. And I remember when I was first recently saved, she saw me acting, talking to him, like, look, I know this is God. I swear, like, if, somewhere we were taking a trip from a vacation, I said, by the time we get home, I swear, if we see a dragonfly, which we're in the middle of nowhere out in the cornfields, like, this is God. Funny thing, we get home, we didn't see anything. And her daughter comes running in. She's like, oh, look, she calls me Coco.
Uh-huh.
That's what she calls me. And she's like, oh, Coco, I drew you something. I was like, yeah, what's up? She drew me a dragonfly.
Oh my gosh.
Right in front of us. And we both stared at each other in such disbelief. We were like, and I think that was
wow.
Right then and there, I was like, all right, I'll shut up. I'll listen from now on.
Right. What a beautiful sign. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, there's something here with this girl, man. There's something here with this girl.
She is, I tell people all the time that she is, I know everyone likes to brag about their person, but when I told her I wanted to jump all in the clothing brand, I wanted to jump all in the pod, all these things, I have been so blessed that I could turn to her and I could say, I want to start a rock painting business. And she would look at me and say, do it, do it with all your heart, and we'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
All the times I've messed up, she has get up, do it again. She's had more faith in me than I've had in myself.
Wow.
And watching her do all these things. And I'm like, I want to be the best version that I can for you and this family. I want to make sure this is a safe spot because that's what she wants. I know it.
Yeah, for
Deep
sure.
down inside, and that's something I've had to work on. And I've been extremely blessed by this individual because she pushed me.
Yeah,
be
that's
where I
great.
am.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, finding the right one will do that for us, won't it?
Yeah.
Really does. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here is the one thing I'll submit to you. The right one motivates us.
Yeah.
Right? But at some point, that motivation has to turn from them to us. Let me give you my case in point. Once I found Juliet, I was like, I got to get over everything I've been struggling with. My porn addiction, masturbation, promiscuity, all the stuff, right? I'm like, oh no, I want this one, right? I'll do anything for this one right here. So the motivation started with her, right? Obviously, it starts with God, but then that physical manifestation, then you're like, yeah, okay, right? I'll do it. I'll do it for God, and I'll do it for you for sure, right?
Yeah.
But at some point, the motivation had to transfer from her to myself, because if I become dependent on her, then I'm a slave to her.
Right.
If she doesn't encourage me, then I'm not motivated. If she stops inspiring me, then I stop doing the work. So I started because of God and Juliet, but it ended with me going, I got to be the best man for me, whether you're here or not, right? Whether you say anything, whether you do anything, it has to be my relationship with God is the most important thing. And that's on the inside of you. I feel like God has literally given you all these confirmations to show you how much he loves you and how much he is for you. And that is going to be the catalyst by which this generational blessing that you are establishing for yourself and for your future family is going to be set up. And so, man, I'm be encouraged. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
It means a lot.
For sure. Thanks for calling in today, homie.
Of course, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, and thank you for your time, Tim.
All right, man. 525. If your wedding date winds up being May 25th, just let us know.
Yeah. I'll make sure to get an invite somehow to you guys.
For sure. Absolutely, man. All right. Love you, bro. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Peace.
All right.
How is this not just the bomb, right?
Dude, I saw a comment online right now on the YouTube chat where someone was saying the evolution of your content has changed so much that the basement was just really fulfilling. However, now the way that you're speaking life to other believers from your perspective, and it was making me think on my drive over here today, Tim, I was thinking like your expression of kindness, bro, is Jesus filled, is Jesus led, and you're a great inspiration not only to me as a man and as I'm grateful for your friendship, but also like how you pour into these people every day, man.
Thank you, man.
I love you, bro.
I love you too. No, it's my pleasure.
I love you, dude.
I'm so grateful that we get to do this like this. It's a blessing.
Like from the basement to wide open, like where you're talking to dwellers, it's
who would have thought it, right? We were in a mindset of like, how are we going to get all these people that filled out a Google form to this couch?
Yeah.
And the Lord was like, what are you talking about?
A perfect example of like when you tell people like, just start and he'll make a way.
He'll yeah. Yeah, you don't get all the answers when you start. You get them when you don't get all the answers before you start. You get them when you start.
Yeah.
That's the faith move.
Yeah. So we our fourth caller, Ghosty. So
Okay.
we got a new caller.
Great.
So we're going to Tootie now. Let me see 1 second. Oh, let's see if we get okay. Let's see if we get her. Alrighty, let's see here. All right, Tim, I think we got Tootie on the line. Tootie, welcome to Wide Open with Tim Ross. Can you hear us? Okay, now we just need to unmute. Okay, she's on.
Yo. This is hilarious.
Can you hear us? Okay, we can't hear you.
Okay, we can't hear you yet. You got to come off mute.
Wait on the Lord.
That run was the most hilarious thing.
On the top right, there's probably like a mute button. If you touch the screen, and then on the top right, like you gotta, if you're on your phone, so you just gotta touch the screen, and then on the top right, there's like a mute button. Yeah. Makes it.
Oh my God.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Amen.
Hi.
I can't believe I got on.
Of course you're on. How are you doing?
Horrible, but okay.
I love
guess.
it. No, that's it. We can hold the tension of that.
Yeah. I got a 2025 been kicking my butt, but I'm still standing.
Amen. Amen.
And I was like, what? I want to get on with Tim Ross. I need some free therapy.
It's hilarious.
So my government is Jeanette, but I don't like to use that name.
Okay.
So my family and my friends call me 2T. It's 2 plus T equals 2T.
Got it. 2 T's. I got it. 2D.
Two T's, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
I love it.
Right. How are you guys?
Well,
How
I'm
you
doing- I'm
I
doing
know that you went to Malaysia.
Yes, I went to Malaysia last week. It was beautiful.
Your Spanish is on point.
Gracias. ¿Hablas español?
Sí, soy puertorriqueña.
Ah, vale. Sí. Mucho gusto.
It's like I speak more Spanglish than I do Spanish, but you know,
Entiendo.
okay. I don't know where to start. But my question is really my like I'm scared for my health
Okay.
because I've been dealing with a lot of crap. And I'm scared. And I just had a health scare, a really bad health scare about 3 weeks ago,
Okay.
where I think I died just a little bit and came back to life. And so now I'm dealing with that. And I'm like, oh, my minding, right? So I'll give you a little story, a little
Okay.
backdrop. It's like a question with that.
Okay.
And it's so I have a son. I have a 31-year-old daughter.
Okay.
She lives in Florida.
Okay.
God bless her. She's the most precious, most soft-spoken woman. She is just absolutely precious. She's kind-hearted. She is sweet. She'll give you the shirt off her back. And I'm like, I did that. And I'm real proud of that because she's amazing.
Yep.
And my son is also amazing, but Tim, that boy. No dad in the
Okay.
home. His dad abandoned us when I was pregnant.
Okay.
And then, 7 months pregnant, I found out that he was married for 12 years. So there goes that.
Wow.
Right. And then my daughter's father kind of like stepped in, even though I wasn't with him, but
Mhm.
he heard him say, he heard my daughter call him daddy. And so he just picked up on it. And then he kind of just took the dad role, but not really.
Okay.
So I was left with a lot of the bulk of this.
Okay.
I don't know how to handle this, Tim. I don't know how to handle him. And he's been going a little crazy. He has mental health issues, more behavioral than anything. They don't want to diagnose a kid with bipolar, and I don't think that he's on the right medications. He beats my ass a lot.
Okay.
And it hurts because he's a big boy. And I had to go to my sister's wedding with a fat knot on my face. And my nephew, who is a makeup artist, he, put a lot of makeup so it doesn't show. And I got him to I thought I was getting him straight. Like, okay, we got him into a therapeutic school. We got him into doing all these things. I don't know what to do with him anymore, Tim. Um, he started vaping. He started, and this was when he started going to therapeutic school. I don't know what to do with him. ¿Qué hago?
Sí.
Right now, he's in a group home because, can I tell you my business?
Yes, you may.
Can I tell you my business?
Yes, ma'am.
This guy, this kid, I just turned you, but so I moved. I lived in a small town, Perth Amboy, New Jersey,
Okay.
Jersey Strong. I lived there all my life, was born there, everything. I raised my kids there. They were born there, everything. He got into some trouble with some kids, and they were coming at him, coming at him. I had to save his life a few times. Group of 30 kids, like I had to get in there and be like, yo, snatch him up. And
Yep.
I was snatching kids up. I was snatching kids up, like, get off my kid, get off my kid.
Yep.
And I kept on getting people telling me, cops telling me, friends, family, you have to move because this is not safe for you. This is not safe for him. So I thought about it. I prayed about it. I didn't have no peace about it. I said, God, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take a step of faith and I'm gonna do this, God. I'm gonna do this for my kid. I hope that you can honor this. And I'm sorry if it's a wrong move. I moved to a place where it's like a movie was made about this town. It's so bad. It's not like bad, but the cops here are bad. I don't know, whatever. But I don't mess with nobody. I don't, it's whatever. I'm cordial. I'm nice to you, but I don't really let you in my house. One of those. And it's like a no man's land here. But when we got here last year in 2024 of December, it it went even more crazy. Like he went from 0 to 100.
Mm.
Started sneaking out the house, started bringing drugs into my house. I haven't had a knife in my house in over 12 years because he would play with knives, he would play with matches and stuff. So I just took everything out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He brought a knife this big to my house. I was like, weed smoking, bringing blunts to my house. I was like, oh my God. I've called the cops on him many a times. He's been institutionalized. But when March came, he's he's cost my job. He's cost my car. He stole my car, crashed it, abandoned it. I had to. So I lost my job because I'm not going to get to work from here. I worked where I used to live in
Right.
Amboy.
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't have money for Uber. Like, what am I gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
So I lost my job. I lost my car. That was in January. March comes. He's still doing the same thing. And now my heart is racing. I'm like, not taking care of myself. And he came here under the influence again. And he was going to come at me. He was coming at me to come and hit me again. And his dad was here,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a very sick old man.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like trying to protect the both of us. Tim, I did the wrong thing. I did the wrong thing, but I was trying to protect myself because my son hits hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm tired of getting beat on. I wasn't raised like that. I was raised, if you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back.
Mm-hmm.
And I earned that respect. Like, don't mess with Tuti because if you hit her, she's gonna hit you back. Don't mess with her.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we could be friends or whatever, but I'm not gonna let anybody hit on me.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my kid now. So I picked up a bat. I didn't hit him. I didn't swing it. I just wanted to scare him. And somehow he pushed his dad on me. We both fell on the ground. I got hurt. And when I opened my eyes, I was like, ow. And I opened my eyes. So I had the bat in my hand. He grabbed it with one hand and assaulted me with the other. I lost hearing. I got a concussion. I don't remember calling 911. I know I did. I just don't remember what happened. The cops came. I got arrested. I got 3 charges. Now there's a no contact order. He's been in institutions. Nobody would take him in my family. And I told my family, don't take him. I don't care what DCPMP says, don't take him. He needs help. And we don't have what it takes to help him. Our prayers can only do so much, and that's it. We can move mountains with no prayers, but that's all that we're going to do. We can only pray for him. We're not taking him in.
Right.
Went to jail for 28 and a half hours and never even had a DUI. I like to do things right. 28 and a half hours equals to 75,000 years. It was horrible. It was horrible. And then I had a no contact order. I felt like that was protecting me. And he's been, since then, in institutions, mental institutions. They would kick him out. He would fight. He went to a shelter. They kicked him out of that. He got assaulted in there, face all messed up. I had to still put my face forward and just be like, okay, he needs to be protected. He needs to be, everything was about him. I made everything. He needs to be protected. He needs help. He needs to go to a facility, family court, municipal court, criminal court. For me, like, everything is Riley centric.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 weeks before my 51st birthday, I started getting these flashes. And everybody's like, oh, you're fine. That's just menopause. I was killing myself. I had high blood pressure and I didn't even know it. And it was when I went to my friend's house. She said, just come over to us. You're going through a lot. Let me make you a drink. I was like, I don't drink. But yeah, I have a little bit. I should have never done that. She said I passed out, and she said, I just thought that I was watching my friend die in front of me. I lost my job. I don't have no insurance. I'm like, ugh. So I'm like applying to all this state funds. I am not too proud. I want to live. I want to live for God. I got family. I got my friends. I got my children, my grandchildren that I don't even know, that I haven't seen, that they're not even here yet. I look forward to seeing that. I want to lift him.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm so overwhelmed with everything, Riley. I'm just so overwhelmed. And no sé qué hacer. No sé. Ya me mudé. I moved. And I'm here by myself. There's no family around here. I have no family around here. And I know isolation is sanctification, but it's just lonely here.
See?
This is very lonely. It's very lonely here, and I feel very alone, even though I have God and I know that the Holy Spirit walks with me. But sometimes I'm like, dang, man, you're real hard up. Like, I know that you're here, but you're not here, but you're here, but I don't see you. And I'm just having a hard time with that. And when I think about it, my blood pressure goes up, and I'm like, I can't even pray right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm part of TC Nation. That's how I know you. And I'm real proud of that.
I'm proud
real
of you.
proud of that.
I'm proud of you for being proud of that.
I found TC Nation by mistake. I was just looking for a few sermons that would talk about relationship. And he came up on YouTube, and I was like, I'm gonna give him a try. And I loved it. And then I just started following him. And then you came along. I was like, ooh, I dig these people. I like this.
Yep.
Part of TC Nation now, right?
I love it.
So they're doing a fasting and a prayer for a week.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to do it. I just decided to do it. Because I don't know how to fast. I could pray, but I'm not really good on fasting. So I decided to fast social media and salt. I know that's dumb, but that's what I decided to fast.
That's
because
good.
I need to fast that, right?
Yep.
I only came on Discord because I was just trying to, I want to be in touch with you guys.
Yep.
So that's the only one that but I wouldn't, I'm not attending no chats or nothing like that. Just, I see it comes up, and that was it. But the other day, on Tuesday morning, I got up, I couldn't sleep. So I'm gonna fast, I'm gonna pray because I'm fasting, so let me pray. And then I just got this inkling, like, if you want me to come right now, I'm knocking on your door. I can come to you. I said, no, I'm scared. Forget I said that. I'm scared, God. If you walk in here, I think I'm gonna die.
Right.
Wait, hold on. Let me just talk to you, but stay over there because I don't
Stay
know.
over there.
I don't know about this.
I love it.
So Tim, I don't know. It's like I need Jesus more than every other day. I need him every day, every second, every moment. But I don't know. I don't even know what to pray anymore. I don't even know what to fast anymore. I don't know what to do. I can't go to anybody about it because it's menopause. No, it's not. My hormone levels are fine. This is high blood pressure,
Yep.
and I don't know what to do. And now I'm scared for my life. ¿Qué hago? No sé.
Sí,
Es
sí.
mucho.
Esta situación es muy mal. Lo siento.
Thank you.
Lo siento. I hate that you've had to go through this.
Thank you. Because I thought that it wasn't normal.
It's not. It's not. You, the young man you raised, and the young man he decided to become, are two different people. You did not raise this young man to be the young man he has become.
Okay.
Okay? So I need you to give back to him the decision that he made.
How do I do that?
This is just a mental and emotional exercise for you, because
I'm gonna take notes.
take notes.
I'm not even trying to play.
Yeah, take notes. You raise this young man, you raise your daughter, and you raise your son. 2 kids, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
15 years apart.
15 years apart. You raise
15 years apart.
Okay, you raise your daughter, and you've raised your son. Your daughter, you said, is this sweet angel in another state that's doing great.
Amazing.
And then you have your son, who has made a decision with the same mommy. And 15 years apart, mommy has learned even more than when she raised her first child.
Yeah.
In raising her second child.
Yeah.
And for his response to be choosing the streets and the wrong circle of friends and drugs and violence, that is not the home he was raised in. Those are not the qualities you were giving to him. He made a conscious decision against all of your efforts to help him.
Yeah.
To continue to go back that direction. You moved from your hometown for no other reason than to give your son a new environment. And he chose to go back and find the same set of friends and the same coping mechanisms that got him in so much trouble in the hometown. When you tried to give him a new environment, he still chose the old ways.
He did.
So I'm telling you, this is not on you.
Oh. No, let me process that because I really thought it was.
This is not your fault, Tootie.
I made the wrong decision. I chose the wrong man.
This is not your fault.
Okay.
And this is what I'm telling you. You have to give this back to your son. Your son made this choice. He made the choice to hang with these friends. He made the choice to get involved with drugs. He has continued to make the choices. You've tried to put him in therapy. You've tried to give him all of these things. And he still continues to choose the things that get him in trouble. That's not on you. That's on him.
He just turned 16. He's in this group home. It's very far from me. And it makes me nervous because it's in Camden County, and everybody knows Camden is like the worst in the nation. So it's not Camden, but it's Camden County.
Mm-hmm.
And now the school over there, they're trying to put him in an out of district school again, which is therapeutic schools, behavioral schools. And I'm like, this is what got us in this mess. I want him in regular school. I believe he deserves, I want him to have a second chance. That's what I was working on before poop hit the fan, right?
Of course.
So I still have custody of him,
Mm-hmm.
but there are limits because of the no contact order, and we don't even have a court date yet.
Yep.
So I can go see him, but it's like I have visitation rights. I'm like, I'm not even that mom. Like, I'm not that mom. Other moms might, but that's not me. Why am I visitation rights? So the court order has been amended, meaning like they add to it.
Okay.
So it's still no contact, but you
Mhm.
can go see him under these restrictions.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm being restricted, and it's just so much. It's like one on top of the other, one on top of the other. Sometimes I feel like I can't even breathe. So I've just been trying to calm down
Yep.
because I'm upset. I don't have any control over it.
Yep. Well, I do want to say, and you made mention of this, and it's the first thought I had before you even mentioned it, that no contact is God ordained. Because your son hitting on you, I don't want to scare you by making this statement.
It's bad.
But scripture says, honor your father and your mother that your days may be long on the earth. And I know he's still a teenager and has a lot of stuff to work out, but it does not bode well for him to be putting his hands on you.
Tim, there's something that I didn't tell you about that. When that happened, it happened on a Wednesday. And then I came out the next day. I came out of jail. My boyfriend came to pick me up. I was so nervous. I couldn't believe it. I was so embarrassed. And he was like, "Don't worry, this is not you. This is all Riley doing, he's crashing out and all that." I was invited to a baby shower, and I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't have no car. I didn't have no job. I'm not buying anything. I'm sorry. I have a big family. I love them. Another day, I'll bring the baby a gift, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my family went to the baby shower. I have one sister. My sister has one daughter. They were there. My mom was there. My mom left early. My mom lives alone. So Riley's not here now. But I'm still like, hey, do you know where he's at? He's been missing for 2 days. Do you know you have to do a missing child report, Sergio? Like, his dad, he was like, it's like, you have to do it. It's going to fall on you. It's not going to fall on me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to protect you. All right, I'm going to do it. So he did it on Friday. He filled out the report. Saturday was the baby shower. My family went. I didn't go. I stood home.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that my mom had went home already or anything. I didn't know any of that. But I get a call from another cousin of mine, father side of the family, right? And she's like, "Hey, cuz, your your son is here and he's high as hell. And he's tripping.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to feed him so that so that he can come
Right.
down from that
Mm-hmm.
high
Mm-hmm.
because he's tripping and my kids are like, and my grandson, they're getting upset. Like, you got to come and get him. And I didn't want to put my business out there, but I had to tell her what was going on.
Yep.
And I was like, send him to my mom's house. And my mom would know what to do. If you don't want to call the cops, that's fine, because there's a missing child report. So send him to my mom. She'll know what to do. And none of us knew at that time what had happened before he got to my cousin's house.
Mm-hmm.
I get a call from her again because the cops are here. Riley gave himself in. I'm like, okay. She said, get your ass to the hospital. He beat up your mom. My mom is skinny. She's a senior. She's all broken. She's been broken since her late 30s, 40s, like broke her neck a few times at work. So she's all put together with screws and rods and titanium here and, all that stuff. And he put a beating on her so bad. She had surgery about 2 months ago. Rotator cuff completely torn. Like, you name it. Like, he hit her back, he gashed her face. I get this call and I'm like, what hospital is she in? So I find out what hospital she's in. I'm going to the hospital. Yeah. Yeah. And I hold my mother raised me and my sister tight. Word of God, sealed, signed, sealed, delivered.
Yep.
Grandma, like
See.
my whole family, prayer warriors. Like, that's, you know what I mean?
See,
It's
see.
Jesus, Pentecostal, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's all about Jesus, and all this. And my mom was trying to calm him. He went to her to get a dog and he was high. He wasn't in his right mind and he beat her up. So I'm going to the hospital, but because he gave himself in, now they have to APS him. That's something they have to check him out because he's a minor.
Mm-hmm.
They put these two people in the same hospital, room by room. I have a no contact order. Now I can't go see my mom. The whole place is swarming with cops. If I show up, I'm going to get arrested because I can't be within 120 feet from him.
Mm.
And I'm like, I was like, God, this is out of control. Now I really don't know how to pray.
Right.
I reached out to my friend, my family, my sisters. I have one sister, but I have a group of cousins. We're so tight. We call each other sisters. And I just reached out to them. I said, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to pray to God right now. All I want to do is curse. I want to go out. I want to punch somebody in the neck because, like, I don't know what else to do.
Yep.
I feel even like I felt violent. I wanted to be aggressive myself. I wanted to go to the hospital bed and take my chancla and beat the crap out of that belt. Like, you hit my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, you hit you hit my mother?
Right.
So I have this year has kicked my butt and I have anger issues. And I'm like, okay, no salt, no social media. How do I calm down? Because I'm so angry and I don't know what to do. And I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be the angry girl. I don't want to be taking this out on my family. I don't want to take this out on friends. I don't want to take this out when I go to the doctor. And there are people around me and I felt like they didn't know what they were doing. I just didn't want to be around them. I was like, oh, just get away from me. Like, I was so aggy. And I felt like I felt so much hate for people. And I'm like, this is not of God. Why do I feel like this? I'm so angry. I don't want anybody around me, especially people that I don't know. I don't even want to go to the doctor because there's too many people there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to tell you a couple of things. Number one, I love you. I love you very much.
You what?
I love you.
Thank you.
And number two, you have a lot to be angry about. I don't want you to be afraid of your anger.
Okay.
I actually want you to get in touch with it. I want you to actually be angry. Scripture is fine with us being angry. Scripture says, be angry, but sin not. Right? So anger, all of our emotions give us information. And what your anger is informing you of are the grave injustices brought upon you by your son, your teenage son. A young man that I know you love and adore, who for whatever reason at this season of his life is absolutely out of control.
So out of control.
He's out of control. And so there is a lot to be angry about because there's been injustices done to you at the hands of your own son, your mother, his abuela. Like,
Granny.
right? Like that's,
Abuelita has to be very well respected, and she
sí,
is.
sí,
She's loved by
verdad,
many,
verdad,
respected by all.
sí,
And
right? Like
yeah,
it,
my mom.
yeah, when you do that, like, I mean, the Theos
He
might,
hurt her.
yeah, the Theos might put you in a trunk, even though you're family. You don't hit abuelita. Like it's a cardinal sin. It's a cardinal sin. So obviously vengeance is the Lord's. He repays. And I know that there's grace and long suffering because he's a teenager. And I also know he is at the age and stage where he is responsible for his actions.
Yeah.
And I feel like he has put himself in a very bad situation, like outside of the law, just by the way he has treated you and treated your other family members. He has to. I hope he wakes up soon.
I hope so too. What his diagnosis that night was that he was on a drug-induced psychosis,
Mm-hmm.
and he wasn't all up there. These young kids nowadays, they this vaping, he's doing it until it blinks. So because I ask around, I'm like researching. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what is this? What
Yeah.
is this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
What does
Yeah.
it do?
Yeah.
And I asked. I have friends who vape. I was like, how long does that last? What's the average on your with THC without whatever? I want to know what is it with THC?
Mm-hmm.
And friends of mine were like, okay, well, this one right here, this cartridge, it'll last like a month. I said, okay. What does it do to you? She was like, oh, you can only do 1 or 2 puffs and that's it. And I said, okay. That looks like one that I found, just a different color that Riley had.
Mm-hmm.
He's blinking, meaning he's doing the entire vape in one night.
Mm.
One night.
Yeah, there's a lot of pain that he's trying to numb and distract himself from, and the way he's going about it is dangerous for him. I mean, it's I mean, I'm going to be praying for him, but I'm just glad you're safe.
I'm safe.
Yeah, I'm glad you're safe.
Thank you. I'm safe. I couldn't really hear the judge too well when I was in jail. I believe I went to jail. You're a Christian woman, what are you doing in there? And at one point I wanted to like start praising for these doors to open
for
up
the doors
and I
to
could just
open
march
up.
out.
Right.
And but I didn't. I didn't because I was like, all right, I'm not gonna be a delusional person in here, even though I know my God could do it.
For
But
sure.
but the judge said, I'm gonna do a no contact order, this and that. And I said, hey Judge, thanks, because I believe that no contact order is going to protect me more than it does him.
For sure.
And he was kind of perplexed with that.
Mm-hmm.
He was very perplexed with that. Um, he was taken back, and you can see him because it was virtual. You just see him do it. Huh?
Yeah.
He did one of those. Um, this group home that he's in is supposed to be 6 to 18 months. Um, so 6 months would be at December 24th. He's not ready.
Oh, for sure.
He's not ready. I went to see him for his birthday. I have 2-hour visitations. Whenever I want to go see him, 2 hours.
Yep.
And it has to be supervised. We can't talk about criminal court.
Yep.
Okay. I don't want to talk about it
Right.
because
For sure.
I think I feel like I can't breathe when I'm talking about it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
for
Like,
sure.
I don't want to talk about it with him. And
Yep.
you know what I mean? So I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's ready. I went to let's take some pictures for your birthday. He got so tall. And my boyfriend told me, he's like, you're gonna see when you see him again, he's gonna be a product of his environment. I didn't know what he meant.
Yep.
It was like it's like a fish. You put them in a small bowl, they stay small, but you put them in a big bowl, they get bigger. They
That's
have
right.
to like, huh? I seen this kid. I was like, holy Moses. Tim, I'm 5'1.5". You better count that half. Right? Shortest one in my family, okay?
Yeah.
But Riley, he's like 5'8" now. To me, that's giant status.
Yeah.
I stood next to him, my shoulder, and was like below his shoulder. I was like, man, I those thoughts came to me. I'm like, oh my God, he's behaving here. But when he comes home with his stature, I hope he doesn't beat my ass again. I don't think I'm gonna come out of it this time.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm thinking. I'm
Yeah.
scared of my kid.
Yeah. No, there's no way he cannot be in your house if you cannot be guaranteed safety. It's just bottom line. It's hard. It's very hard.
I only have a few years with him until he's 18, and I feel like I'm being robbed of that time. I'm being robbed of that time. He's a breastfed baby. I remember everything. He was the best baby ever. He was so fat. He was so beautiful. And I can't believe I'm scared of this baby.
Yeah.
I'm scared of this kid.
Yeah.
I don't want to die at the hands of my kid. When God says I go, I go. And I don't want it to be because of high blood pressure either.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to take care of myself, but I'm scared.
And you should be protected from him. So I want to say this before we wrap up. Your focus in this season is you. I don't know much about you, and I already know you are a very unselfish person. And so
Try not to be selfish.
and so to focus on yourself is going to seem selfish.
Yeah.
But for your health, I need you to focus on you. There has been a dynamic amount of stress placed on you because of the situation with your son. And this season, with him removed, I only want you focused on you. I'm grateful you started this fast. It's going to be good for you. But this fast is just opening up the door for you to be attuned to yourself and to your body so that you can give you, your body, your mind, and your soul the attention that it desperately needs and deserves.
Okay.
I want you to walk in peace. I want you to have that peace that the world cannot take away from you. So the verse I'm giving you is John 14:27. John 14:27. I will read it over you, and then we'll go bye-bye. So John 14:27, Yeshua simply says, Shalom I leave with you, which is peace. My shalom, my peace, I give to you, but not as the world gives, which implies that the world has a version of peace. It's just not eternal. It's temporary. Do not let your heart be troubled or afraid. That is the peace that I live with.
I love that.
Yeah.
I never thought that verse was for me.
That verse is for you. That verse is for all of us.
I love it.
The Prince of Peace, as he is described in Isaiah, literally gives the only gift the Prince of Peace can, which is peace. And that peace is literally the Holy Spirit, who is literally not just sent to empower us. He is sent to give us peace. At our literal nervous system, down to our literal nervous system. And this is why Paul writes, the peace of God that passes all understanding that shall guard your heart and mind through Christ Jesus. There is a peace that passes understanding. How can you have peace when you have a son in group home? Well, the Prince of Peace gave me his peace.
Oof.
And God's going to sort all that out. That's not on me. That's on God.
Okay. Oh, kind of feels good to let go of that control. Like
That's right.
Didn't have. I'm like, I need to get control.
Nope. You don't have
Feels
to.
good.
Yeah, you can literally open up your hands and drop that burden because it was never yours to carry. Your son is your son, but he is God's son more than he's your son.
Mm.
And he knows how to reach that child better than you can. So turn him over to the Lord. God's made it easy with this no contact. But with it in place, turn him over to the Lord and let the Lord deal with him. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I love you,
appreciate
Tootie.
that. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Please, if you remember later and you're praying, pray for us.
I'm praying for you. I promise you I will be. Y'all are in my prayers for sure.
Thank you. Thank you to everybody there, and congratulations to Juli.
Absolutely. I'll let her know. I love you so much. Te quiero mucho.
I love you too. Te amo, te amo.
Sí.
Thank you. I'm going to continue to watch you guys.
Gracias. Te agradezco.
I don't know what else to say, but I'm so grateful for this opportunity that you gave me.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. I love you. Have a great day, okay? Love you. Lord have mercy. My God.
Where did the phrase come from? Like, my God. You know, like if you're preaching a bar and you hear that trickled throughout the area.
It had to be a church mother.
Right?
I'm Timothy Charles Ross, Hector Alejandro Guerrero, Der Israel Santiago. Juliana Buendia. Oh man, Juli wasn't here today?
We can't find Juli.
I think she quit.
She
No, she didn't
disappeared.
quit. She said she did.
It's all falling apart.
If we can't find her drawing, then she wasn't here today.
You know what, Tim? I actually kind of rushed you. I asked the question about the church mother thing.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to play it back so that it doesn't feel rushed, and then we do the outro
She has
properly.
PTO days too. She's good.
You want me to hit it back?
So she has PTO days.
I'll gladly hit the button back.
No, you don't have to hit the button back.
Can I hit the button back?
It sounds like you want to hit the button
I think
back.
he does. I think he does.
You want to do it?
I would love to.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna hit the button back.
You feel better?
I feel tremendous.
Okay, I just wanted you, as long as you feel good about it.
I feel extremely fulfilled right
Great.
now.
That's fantastic.
I feel good about it. Anybody want to know?
Well, I'm Timothy Charles Ross, That is Hector, Alejandro, Guerrero, Derek, Israel, Santiago, Juliana, Buendia, Karlovich, Jacobo, Karlovich. But does that mean now, then we just did 2 bumpers?
Bumped it out.
Yeah, that's true. Now I think about that. That was an extra bumper.
That was a bump.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So 2 bumpers.
Yeah, I take back the apology. I'm actually happy. We did it.
I take back the
I like that.
apology.
I like that we
I'm
did it.
actually
It's something new. 115 episode celebration. 2 bumpers.
Are we at 115?
115.
115?
115.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tim, did you,
Deuces.